here. I'm so honored to just have
this
you
meeting is
here.
being recorded.
Yeah.
Sorry. It came up like it was really loud in my ears, and I was just like. But yeah, Frankie looks amazing per usual.
I love you.
Alex looks great. Sam looks great. Zion looks great. Everybody looks great.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
And you, of course, look
Skin is
stunning,
glowing.
Vanessa.
Thank you.
Yes, literally on glowing energy. I love it.
We try.
Make me want to moisturize real quick.
Drop that skincare routine in the chat.
Okay. Look, because my throat looking a little parched.
Literally moisturizer and highlight. Like all the makeup I did. Moisturizer, highlight, a little brow gel, and some mascara, but that's it.
Yes.
Gloss. No, you can't skip the gloss.
There we go. I think I'm good. I used a little vitamin C.
But it's the natural sunlight. Look at all the natural sunlight coming in.
Yeah, but honestly, like it really was Vanessa that got me on the whole skincare thing. I was never into skincare.
It was who?
Vanessa.
Oh,
it was Vanessa.
I kept sending him free products.
She literally looked at my skin and was like, bumpy, rough.
No, I did not say that. I did not say that.
That sounds.
You were like Alex. You need some vitamin C now. You need to get some vitamin C. I was like, you're right.
My skin ain't clear either, but he was.
You're right.
He was like,
Nessa, do you remember when you?
I'm sorry. What?
Nessa, you remember when you sent us? When you gave us the hats, you sent me with like the skincare masks.
Okay, those are just freebies. Those are just freebies. I wasn't trying to say anything about your
I wear
skin.
that. I wear that mask like every day or every other day. Like.
Oh yeah.
You picked up that shade too, Zion. You got like 3 masks, right?
Exactly.
You got like 3 different masks in that package.
You guys were supposed to share, but apparently Zion used it all.
So how has everyone been enjoying their March? Like, how is March feeling for everybody? Like,
hey, birthday.
The weather's helping a lot.
Yeah,
the weather's definitely helping as well.
Definitely. Yeah. I think we're feeling very early, like summer energy, because it's like, for sure.
Took this weekend when I was babysitting, I took my brother out and my baby cousins out, and we had like a little water gun fight. I know it's early, and then we did like a kid-friendly version of like spit take. You know, when you like hold water in your mouth, like from like Wild and Out, they hold water in their mouth and then they try to make it.
You try not to laugh.
That was so funny because they ended up just like chugging water and then they started spitting at each other like without any given reason to laugh. They just started like. So.
Well, it has been a crazy March. Like, I'm actually so happy with this whole year. I just feel like everyone has just been like, I don't know, brighter. Like, more has just been happening. It's been just an amazing time. I know the start of this year was rough. We lost some greats, and it's just
definitely, yeah.
So sad. But honestly, I just feel like this year is so much better starting off than 2020. Like, am I the only one that feels like that?
No, for sure, definitely.
Like, it's so much better than last year. Like, for real.
It feels like we've gotten used to it. Yeah. It's like
I feel like we're moving in a positive direction.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
I feel like we're adapting to the changes or like the obstacles that we've been met with. Like, especially with like having to cope with like COVID and getting new to the technology interfaces, especially for like I know Alex and Zion were talking to me about this, but like just trying to like, even for the music industry, like trying to find gigs that are like technically socially distanced, but like because it's socially distanced, there's going to be a lot less like people watching you guys perform. So just getting on that curve.
Definitely
definitely harder to get an audience. Definitely. I think that the virtuality of the music industry has boomed more this year than it ever has because we have to be so distant. But I'm just praying that everything kind of comes together with the vaccine so that we can really go back to music, next year. We can really start touring and
2022
being what we're supposed to do. But
roadies.
Yes.
Roadies.
N.N.R tour. Let's go. Hey.
Yes, I see a nostalgia bus in the future.
Hey.
It looks black. It has gold accents on it. I'm all for the energy, premonition energy. But yes. So Vanessa, open up about, Women's Day. How was Women's Day for you? Like, talk to us.
Well, Women's Day for me actually wasn't really that different than any other day. And I'm going to clarify why, because I feel like I went about my day like the same, just because like I feel like specifically in my life, I try to celebrate women every day. And like International Women's Day was kind of more just like acknowledging that instead of just like taking the time to like extra celebrate, because I feel like we should take like little gestures. We can do that every day, and you don't know how much that'll like mean to somebody. So I don't know, I guess like for me it was more kind of like International Women's Week, because like for specifically for like my small business, not everybody is like gonna be on social media that one certain day, so we took like the whole week to kind of celebrate it and like kind of highlight powerful women in our community and like who we really admire in the community where for my small business and so forth, and also people in my community and like in my inner circle as well, like fans, not fans, friends and family members.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I like that you just declared that Women's Week. Like, that's a power move. Like, we love to see it.
It should be Women's Day 24/7.
She just woke up and was like, yeah, no, this whole week is ours. I just want that to be a thing. Like, see, I love that, because honestly, that's kind of how I felt towards the women this year with Women's Day. I felt like it was more so of like work to be done than it is a celebration. Like, it was more so like we need to remind one another that, we're strong women. So I appreciate the women doing that. I saw a lot of beautiful things for that. So
definitely,
it was nice. It was nice.
How about you guys? How did you guys choose to celebrate International Women's Day or like Women's Week?
Well, I acknowledged all my powerful women in my circle, including you, Vanessa. So
he did get the attack.
Yes, I sent my little love out, and of course Frankie being our other powerful, sassy woman over here. I have to give my love where it's due. But I personally, for Women's Day, I really just showed my mother some love. She's the strongest woman I know. So other than that, I just continue to be an inferior man. Yeah. And I allow women to be supreme that day. So go forth, women. We love to see it.
Did you guys know it actually was only like a celebrated like previously? A holiday previously celebrated only like in Russia, like they kind of made International Women's Day, and then now it's really fun to see like the whole world celebrate International Women's Day.
That's crazy that it started there. You would have thought it would start in the United States.
We're so behind on like so many.
It's like
We've seen the statistics for our education system. We're like, we're not even top 10, guys. We're like in the 20s.
Wow.
We're like in the 20s,
10,
like
not top 5.
Like talking about like
not 3
on an international platform, like math and reading, writing, like literacy type of statistics. We're like in the 20s, guys. Like,
I believe that.
Alex's face.
Because it's just so disheartening. Like, oh wow, like below 20, like. Ooh.
He said, "I can't see y'all from here."
Yeah, like I just feel like the whole nation. Yeah, like I just feel like the whole nation needs hooked on phonics. Like, why are we all beneath the percentile?
Yeah, I think it shows though. You can definitely
talk
to some people.
Now that you think,
He goes, "It's not far fetched though." It's not. It's not far fetched, but I feel you.
Hey, Ness, you mentioned like your small business, but you got to tell like the listeners what it is, because we know, but I know they don't.
Yeah. Okay, so technically I own 2, but kind of like jointly, I guess.
Oh yeah.
So
okay, two businesses.
Originally, I started my first one called Nessa's Patches in April or May of last year, 2020. And it was kind of like me kind of, I guess, turning a hobby into something like I wanted to share with others. And like even I didn't originally plan to like make profit or anything out of it, but then COVID hit, and I really wanted to help my parents out because they personally also have a small business, and it's like an actual storefront, so we have to pay rent and utilities and all that type of stuff, and deal with like the state not letting us work because we're kind of like a hands-on small business. So my parents had to deal with unemployment for a couple of months as well due to COVID. So I just want to use that opportunity not only to like share my art with others, but also like make things that I myself would love, and like I feel like my friends and family would love. And I received so much support for that small business. I am so grateful for all the opportunities that that small business actually gave to me, because it kind of jumpstart kind of like me figuring out that I had a passion for business, and now I even minor in business at UMBC, so that's really cool. And basically for Nessa's patches, I would like order patches from other small businesses, try to like kind of create a cycle, put that on like iron it onto like other garments like hoodies, hats, pants. Thank you for repping. And I would just try to like just make a brand that I was proud of, basically, like something that I enjoyed doing outside of schoolwork, but something I could also like talk about since at the time I didn't have a car. And actually during the time from when I started the business to like the next business, I got a car. So you guys, I got a car.
Hey. That's good.
We love it.
You talking about the fancy red one?
You said the fancy red one.
The fancy red one?
It's not fancy. It's a little SUV, but yeah.
Hey, that's impressive.
No,
yeah, that's
guys,
a blessing.
Note to self. I have ridden in her car, and it is. Do not let her deceive you. It is very fancy. Okay. There is a lot of coin in that car, so bless God for it.
I thought you said corn for a hot second.
No, he said coin. Okay.
Oh, coin, as in, you know what it is, like. But no, that's a blessing. I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I remember Alex,
Yeah.
me telling Alex about it, and he was like so excited for me when I got it.
Yeah, I was so happy because of course I want a car, but I wanted you to get one. So I was just blessing God. It's always good to see your people win.
It was really good that I actually got one, because it started opening up my horizons even more with like personal drop-offs and like taking my packages. Like I could get shipping done faster since I could go to post office whenever I wanted to, and I wouldn't have to rely on my parents. What else? And then that same year around like November, I had a friend who sold clothes online, like her old clothes, like from her closet. And I was like, wow, that seems pretty cool and like an easy way to make money. I mean, I already have like a small business, so I kind of know how one runs. Maybe I could like, because usually from my closet, I do it like a yearly clean out and donate them anyway. So I was like, maybe this year I can sell them. And I started doing that, and it was kind of like a different platform for me, because for Nessa's patches, it's not really as personal. I mean, again, it is still personal because each item is personalized, but like people would have to like go out of their way to like DM me to order and stuff like that. But for Thriftiness, the business that I'm talking about now, my second one, it's kind of more personal in the way where I have to present myself on a platform, like on a live or something like that, or on the story, or like with like a listing, and then people would go ahead and bid or like DM me to purchase, I guess. So it's been really fun, and it actually like grew way more than I thought it would, and it grew like 3 times as big as my Nessa's Patches business. So I'm really, really grateful for all the people I've met, and I've made a lot of friends on that platform. But yeah, it just took off. I'm actually like in my office right now. I don't know if your viewers will see, but
go ahead,
a whole
office.
rack. I have like boxes all this stuff. And like I even invested like in a shipping scale and like a shipping printer. So
nice.
It's really taken off for
Look
me.
at you.
Okay,
I
look,
love that for
you've been
right?
undercover. Like I see you. Like no, because I mean, you know me and Vanessa, we don't even get time to really chat. But I know that you're grinding, and I just love this. Like I just love this. Like
yeah,
I'm just hiding my face in love right now.
Thank you. I
love
appreciate
this.
all the support you guys have given me because you guys have definitely shouted out my small businesses by like purchasing it and like just wearing my stuff. So everything is appreciated and everything helps for me. I don't think any deed is too small. Like just having people like sometimes when people like even comment or like mention their friends in a post and be like, hey, this looks like something you might like that is so helpful to me, and I'm really grateful. And I'll probably post this for like some of my followers to see, so if you guys are watching this, thank you guys for supporting me. And hopefully you guys can come to support this podcast and the amazing music label that backs it. And yeah.
So
I love that.
give us some backstory. How did you and Alexander become friends?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a trail. Like there's like a long trail. So like think of it like a neighborhood full of businesses. And like I moved into the neighborhood, but she was already there. So like I moved in and was like, oh my God, we're like business neighbors.
Okay.
Like
me and Alex, how we came to know each other was we started off as just friends. We did not start off as business partners, and that's why we're still so close. He started off as like a friend of my friend, and we've gotten really close. Actually, funny story, when Alex first met me, he hated my guts.
yes.
You can't say nothing about no. You can't say happen or anything like that.
I wasn't fond of Vanessa.
Alex, I was just added into group chat, and Alex was like, "Who the fuck is this girl?" Like,
oh my gosh, you remember that? I feel so bad. I'll never forget. I literally was like, "Who are you and what do you do?"
Yeah.
She was like,
he was just like, "Do you bring anything to this group? Or why are you in this group? Like, what is your purpose? What do you serve?" Like, and I'm just here like, I was just put on as like an ambassador. Like, I just promote stuff, please.
It's so funny how like I get a whole text from the leader of the chat like a second later, and she's like, "Can you please go easy on her, please?" And I'm like, and I literally was like, "I'm being very kind. I'm being very kind."
And I don't remember how it went, but I can't remember if I killed him with kindness or something because
you did, and I felt horrible about that. Like I remember I called you like the next week. I was like, I'm just gonna call her, and I was just like, I am so sorry. Like I'm not trying to be a mean person. I'm just very territorial over my business energy.
Yeah.
And I don't know you. So I want to know who you are.
No, the funniest
I loved it. Like, yeah.
The funniest thing was like I was completely clueless. Like I had no idea he felt this way, like this sort of way towards me. Because you guys know when you're like texting through a group chat, or like just texting in general, you can't really like communicate how you feel or like what you say can be misconstrued a different way. So like whatever Alex was saying to me all sassy, I was just like, oh, he's just funny. Like I just thought he was just really funny. Because that's just like
she took nothing that I said seriously. She was like, "This is a joke. You're a joke, and I'm glad you made me laugh." Like, and honestly, that's how it's always been. Like, I was when we first met, I was trying to like be, girl, please, like. That's the best you can do. Like it's just like that's the best you can do, and I was like,
I love that.
What do you think you are? Like.
But yeah, and then even after me and Alex weren't working together on a team anymore, we still like found a way to build each other up, which is something I really appreciate about Alex, is that as long as you feed him and support him, he'll keep feeding and supporting you. Like it's a mutual thing. He's not gonna leave.
It's really mutual. Like
I know
it's genuinely mutual.
I know that he sometimes still talks to people he used to work with, like ex-coworkers in real life. So like So like that's
like if you meet me, like the only way we're not going to talk is if you just ignore me. But I'm gonna always call you. I'm gonna always text you. You will never escape me.
And
ever.
Alex get along really fine because or really well because like we're kind of like on the same schedule. Like even though I'm the type of friend where I'm like I don't like to think of myself as a bad friend, but like I will not talk to you until like I think of you, I guess, because I have like such a busy life, but like I also know that you might have a busy life and I want to respect that. So like I'll hit you up if I think of you, and that to me is like my love language is like, hey, I'm thinking of you.
Honestly, you're awesome and you handle it so well because I remember when everything really started like picking up after I signed with Nostalgia. And I remember, you were just very like, Alex, like, where are you? And I literally remember telling you, I was like, I know I'm super busy, but you're about to be super busy too. And you're going to get what I'm going through right now because I'm genuinely trying to reach out to you, but I'm literally too busy. And now you're going through it even 10 times more than I am. And I'm just like, see, you get it now.
And I mean, and like, that's where the whole like networking comes in because I mean, Nessa brought us to you, Alex. Like if it wasn't for Nessa, you would have never joined our live and we wouldn't have really, right now you would be sitting here.
Slip. It was like slip of the text too. Cause I had just finished like working on a project and I was getting ready to lay down and go to sleep.
Yeah.
Like I was heading out with my mom to go get some dinner real quick, but I was gonna go.
Yeah, you were in the car. You said no, like I got you. I'll hop on this and show
you. Like come by, like show some love. I was like, all right, let me stop by and see what's good.
I remember. I don't know if I can still talk about this, but I remember around that time he was getting auditions for American Idol, like a big show. I guess.
Oh
I think it's a big show. I don't know, but. He actually made it.
No shade, American Idol, but I mean, what was y'all thinking this year?
The producers slept on him, but he made it really far, and that's how I knew. Like, I was like, wow, like Alex is something that is someone who I really enjoy listening to, but knowing that he made it that far, I was like, this is something like so profound that everybody needs to know about. So I was like, hey, I know this music label, like. You don't even need to be signed by
she made the connection.
It was such a blessing too because I remember prior to that I had told myself, and it's so crazy how it happened. I said, if for some reason like I don't get onto American Idol, I said I want to be attached to like some type of team, a group, somebody to help me like discover my sound. And I said,
that manifestation.
Like, and I told. It's crazy how like I told the atmosphere, I was like, I don't want them to be like, bougie people, like just real down to earth, homegrown people that really like are going to be blessed. And I want those people to really be in my circle. And like within days, like I met all of y'all and was just like, okay, like the powers that be. Like.
I guess like I guess you could say you had my blessing because not only did I invite him to the show, but like afterwards I made sure I followed up with all of you guys and I was like, so you guys are gonna sign him, right? So you guys sign him, right? Like
she was like the manager.
It's true though. Like she low key got me booked. So
even if I don't have a contract signed by Sam, Zion, Frankie, whoever. I need to be let's just say I'm an unofficial ambassador. And
okay. I said this though. I was like, Vanessa is low-key HR. Like she is. Like she's HR.
I love that.
Yes. And I feel like Frankie's supervisor of HR, but like she's
I'm your intern.
Yes.
I will gladly be Frankie's intern.
She is front desk. You walk into Nostalgia's building, you just see Vanessa and she's like, how can I help you?
We're gonna be in our secretary chairs, like. Can I help you?
For real, like
in my office, like upstairs.
Yeah.
Yes, and like for the listeners right now, like I want y'all to understand, we're kikiing like this because like we really believe in manifestation, and we're gonna be in a building very soon. Like I really think we're gonna get our building this year. Like this is it. Like I really believe this. We've been working so hard, y'all. Please follow us.
Follow us.
Like, follow all of us, share us around. We're all personality driven, like Sassy Master right here. We got Sam, Sam the Seuss right here. We got Zion the Lion right there. And there's Vanessa's Patches right there. Like, you know what to do. Like, y'all know what to do.
Yeah.
But oh my gosh, let's get into the Grammys, guys. It's the 14th.
Yes.
What's up? Like,
oh yeah, like
what are the
it's so
predictions?
weird that it's in March. Gonna be there, right? The weekend's gonna be there, right?
No.
okay,
I was being sarcastic.
Do you worth it?
Can we talk? Wait, can we talk about this though? I totally am with the weekend, like the boycotting Grammys and shit, because I feel like this should have been.
You are?
Yeah.
I mean, why is he boycotting? What's he boycotting
Because
for?
there's white people.
So he's refusing to send his music for submission because they shut him out of the Grammys basically because he chose to perform at the Super Bowl and not the Grammys.
Yeah.
And they have like this super secret committee that like chooses the events and nobody knows who the people are. Well, there's like the leader is a public person, but everybody else is like secret.
My thing is, if there's this committee and there's these rules, why is he being disqualified when Beyonce denied the Grammys this year? They asked her to perform and she said no.
It's a whole lot of politics that go into like Grammys.
Yeah, but I just feel like don't do that to him. Like, cut him his little bone. He killed the Super Bowl. Like, he did. Like, and I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't looking forward to that. I'm not gonna say I don't like The Weeknd. I'm not gonna say that. Like, I personally don't listen to his music enough to say I dislike him. But initially, hearing him on the roster, I was like, okay. But he really showed himself, and I was really honestly impressed. So, I don't know. I think that's a little shiesty. I think they need to give him what he deserves.
Yeah, I think that, like, on top of all the things as far as Black people, Black artists go, like Tyler, the Creator, had a beef with them because they were putting his music in, like, weird category. Like, he won, I think it was, like, something for rap, like, newest rap act. But Tyler, the Creator is very, like,
he's not
very
new.
dynamic artist.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can't put
They always, with the new artists, they always push that back. Like the new artist thing, that artist could be out for like 3 years and they'll give them the new artist.
No, that is a fact though, because Lizzo won that award and Lizzo's been around for a minute.
So did Alessia Cara, and like
yes.
Yes.
Oh my God, I'm so happy somebody brought that up. Alessia Cara is not new, and when I saw that award, I was like, what?
Like her song had been out like 3-4 years, and they said, "Here we got you."
Song was in
Chance the Rapper one. I was like, what?
Song was in like 3 movies. Like, oh my gosh, like I don't get it, but hey, that's the industry, right?
It is.
Wait, isn't Justin Bieber protesting too because he's mad about Yummy or something? Like Yummy was put in a weird category.
Yeah.
So basically, what's the name of the album? Changes got nominated in a pop category, and he felt that it was an R&B album, but it really wasn't.
It's very race-based. It seems like if you're Black, you can only be R&B, soul, or rap, maybe gospel. And if you're white, you can be pop. You can win.
I remember 2016 or 2017 when they nominated Lemonade in like the urban category or whatever.
See, this is such a colorism game because, like, when it comes to skin color, it is like all these new rules that I've never heard of, and it's like it's just crazy to me. Like, man, it's just crazy to me.
Good.
It makes me wonder if I'm gonna get classified as like synth or neo pop or like neo gospel or something. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. I get concerned. Yeah. I have concerns.
Well, I remember like they robbed, I think, Ariana of a Grammy or something.
Mm-hmm.
She wanted to perform.
2019.
Yeah, like because she wanted to perform, what was it, 7 Rings? She wanted to perform something and they didn't want her to perform it. They wanted her to perform something else. And she like, so I mean, it's very, I mean, Taylor Swift wins every year. Like you all, I mean, it's literally, you know, it's definitely, there's a lot of favoritism with who.
I think.
Yeah. I just can't wait for this new era of music to just kind of bust through the seams. Like you can kind of see, I think y'all can see it as kind of like this taste of this new wave that's about to hit us, and it's like real music, real people. Like, of course, they're getting real awards. It's like, I'm tired of just the kind of charade that we always see. It's like, you can kind of feel now that it's political, and that's and that's very like tiresome.
Something I like about the music trend right now, well, just something that's trending is a lot of like the, I guess kids nowadays would call it vintage, but like 90s stuff or like 80s stuff, like 80s and 90s, like fashion is coming back. So like,
Dua Lipa's
of course,
whole album.
Yeah, of course, like the music sound is gonna like reflect that as well, and that's something I really want to appreciate, and I feel like it will be easier for us to highlight trends that were created by like colored people, like music wise, through that, like using that as like a channel, I guess.
Yes, it's like a retro 90s, retro 80s vibe, and it's honestly, I'm all for it. I really think I was born in the 80s, and I like, for real. My time achieved.
You're not that old, Alex.
I mean, it is what it is. I was supposed to get off in 2050, but hey, I can stop here. We good.
It worked. I think award shows are honestly coming to an end. I mean, last year Drake gave or was it last year? I don't know. Drake gave a speech about like the fact that if everybody in your city is, singing your songs, if everybody online like knows what it is, then you having like the plaque or you having the, the statue or whatever, it's not really like, you don't have to win every year. Like the people in your city, your fans know you're winning every year regardless. So I think award shows are going to be done.
Right. Because the only people I honestly really thought were like people that honestly should have been brought up were people like Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, I mean, people that released music, or maybe I'm crazy. I don't know.
The baby.
Like, just people who I felt like were really working this year, despite the pandemic being
Chloe and Halle were going crazy.
I needed them to perform.
Yeah,
that's what
Chloe and Halle had no chill.
But I know what Holly's and what UK.
They dropped a new song called 80/20. I love that.
Okay, so I kind of have like a controversial like, I don't know, opinion, I guess. I do like the baby, but I don't think he's gonna do anything that's noteworthy.
Right. Oh no, not at all. No,
because his sound, like the sound that sets him apart from other people is the only sound that he does. So it feels like a broken record. Like, he's like noteworthy in the way where it's like as soon as you hear him, you can recognize him.
It's like, and the baby is not really. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I really didn't know who he was until I heard "Crybaby." I'm so serious. I mean, no disrespect. And I know if the baby's listening to this right now, he's probably like, "This little," like, I get it.
Hey,
I get it. I really do. But
I think, Alex, you told me you don't like Lil Nas X either. Like, you don't.
No. Okay, so Lil Nas X, I want you to hear me. I want you to hear me right now. Like, I have a lot of love for Lil Nas X. I don't understand you. And the reason why I don't understand you is because you do a lot of trolling. And, your trolling is starting to be misconstrued as like you're serious or you're not serious. Right. So honestly, as an artist, when it comes to Lil Nas X, the reason why I'm kind of like misplaced with him is because like I don't see a drive. I think that's what draws me to artists is when I see
I think he's still kind of riding off of Old Town Road and kind of comfortable with that. Like, okay, I built this thing kind of like now since I went so popular, probably anything that I do at this point, people are still gonna rock with me. I got, I got Miley Cyrus in the family behind me.
And I feel like the TikToks,
like a YouTuber, right?
Yes, exactly. And I feel like the TikToks and all of that are kind of like making, and this is why I say making him look, because again, I don't know his life, but I feel like he is constantly portraying this very like college kid energy where he trolls all the time. Like he's not really talking about anything that's really serious at all. Like, and you know, he's just, to me, when I see him, I'm like, all right, well, I know he's gonna troll. Like, he's not gonna talk about anything really serious. And for me, I can't really resonate with that. I like Lil Nas X.
Does he have an album yet? Like I don't even know. I
He's
genuinely
about to drop another single. I think he's working with like his.
because I feel like
album.
like, is it only singles that he drops, or has he dropped an EP or an album?
He
Oh,
dropped-
He
yeah, he
killed,
dropped
he
one
killed
album.
Panini.
One
He
EP.
dropped one album.
Okay.
Or
An
EP, yeah.
EP, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That one he had a bunch of songs on. Like he had his like
Okay.
coming out song on or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, I watched this interview from when he was discovered. And I don't know why, but like I just didn't resonate with it. Like I was like, congratulations, I guess. I don't know. Like it didn't look like he wanted it. Like it just looked like he broke the internet and he was like, great, I got what I wanted.
I made it in, right?
Yeah, it's like, and I'm like, that's kind of lame though. Like there are a lot of people that really work for this, and like you can tell that when they get this, they're like, finally.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's just me.
Do you
Lil Nas
I think
X
he's more of
don't-
like an influencer.
What? Yeah.
An influencer.
Influencer.
Yeah.
Do you think he could personally drop another like song that would be bigger than Old Town Road?
Well, this is what's hilarious, right? We are all sitting this as if he did not drop any winter material.
Holiday.
He did.
Holiday. It was a vibe though. It was
But-
I mean, I like
But you
the
notice,
song, but it
but you
gets
notice how nobody referenced that off the top of their heads.
Yeah.
I rest my case. When it comes to Lil Nas X, I feel like we're missing him because like we already know he doesn't have a drive. So because that's his narrative, when his music drops, we're not looking for it. We're just like, we know this is going to be another manufactured vibe.
Exactly.
It's not a real vibe. Like you can tell when someone releases something, and yeah, it may sound similar to what they did before, but at least they have a message. You could tell that they're trying to relate something to you.
And I feel like
I
feel like his two biggest songs, I feel like they were also both collabs, because I think Panini.
I like Panini.
Panini with
Panini
Cardi.
was a vibe.
Yeah.
Was that with Cardi?
No.
That was
Yeah.
Rodeo.
Oh, it wasn't.
Panini was with
Rodeo was
the baby,
with-
I think.
Yeah, it was with a
Oh, because I would have remembered that if it was with Cardi.
Rodeo was.
Yeah.
Rodeo was I feel like his three most memorable songs are all collabs. It's
And
all
that's how it be.
and
That's how
Rodeo.
it. Yes. Yes.
Oh,
It's
man.
called Getting Carried.
Oh, you would know about that, Zion. You suck in your game.
He goes, it's called Married.
to be honest, I feel like another artist, like a female artist who's like kind of in the same situation, with like relying on features. I feel like Normani, honestly. Like,
Ooh.
Whatever.
I'm not
Normani's her own artist.
I'm not gonna touch this.
She's her own artist. She's good, but
Who?
I'm not
Who'd you
gonna
say?
touch this.
Normani.
I think
we
Normani.
gonna get controversial.
I think Normani
I'm not-
breaking out of her
Yeah,
group
yeah.
was a good idea.
I'm just confused, like what happened. Like it was like
I feel like her team as well. Like,
Okay, so I'm just gonna say this. Yeah, I'm gonna be very brief about it because I don't want to be disrespectful to Normani. I like Normani.
Nobody's
And-
disrespecting her. We're not knocking her credit.
I mean, because some of the things that I say, can be taken as like harsh on putting somebody down, and I'm not. I just feel like me understanding the industry, she got her opportunity. She did very well. But when she started to realize that there are a lot of vocal demands, that's where the decline started to come. Because again, these are shows you got to do twice a night, 5 or 6 times a night. Twice a night, 5 or 6 times a week. And that can get tiring. And I feel like, she got split from the group the same way Camila Cabello did. And I feel like they got offered the same thing. And I felt like whoever was able to keep up got to go forward. And honestly, I wish I had seen more hits from Normani because Normani was a whole bop. Like everything she did was just lit.
Yeah, I
definitely.
feel like she just wasn't. I don't know.
I just feel like she wasn't pushed.
Yeah, I feel
hard.
like she wasn't.
Like when she
Like
first
she had the
yeah.
opportunities, but
Yeah.
no one was pushing her towards those opportunities. And I feel like she's kind of like almost like an underdog because she's so versatile. She can dance, sing, like rap, all of that.
And
So,
it's
like,
been like almost 2 years since like
Yeah.
it sucks.
that
It
gap.
sucks
I
to
feel
see
like
her
if
like
you
that.
release like a debut, like your first song I feel like there should be like an 8 to 9 month window before you drop a project. If it was 8 to 9 months,
I feel like she's gonna be one of those that's gonna have a hard time trying to figure out what her sound is. Because I think, by popular demand, obviously people are gonna want to see her doing songs like the song that she dropped before. But I feel like, she's probably going to want to break out into other stuff. I feel like, that's always hard for, artists sometimes, because you just want to get your foot in the water, and so you're going to listen to what your team tells you and things like that as well.
To be real though, like I really feel like her sound was her first single. Like her doing the gentle singing and then the long dance break in the center because she's a dancer. I loved that about her. Like I felt like that was so amazing for me. Like when I saw her perform, I forget if it was at the VMAs or what, but there was a live show she did where she of course had like the 1996 thing on her chest. And there was like a part of the song where like she just did a straight dance break.
Right.
And I was just like, I live for that because I feel like they were really exemplifying the fact that she can dance. And I just love that. I feel like she just needs to write more songs like that, where they're bops. You just dance to them. Like that's her thing. She don't gotta be heavy vocal.
Dance with a stranger. That was about Waves was good.
Yes, like I feel like she just needs to push the fact that she can dance. People are not gonna care if she can sing or not.
I just need more like songs about herself.
I feel like because live performances are, I guess, like less affected now because of COVID. It's definitely harder for her to push that narrative. Like the part, like because if you're gonna have like a concert, you're gonna have to like have it online. Like I've seen Ariana Grande do it online, or Billie Eilish have online concerts, and or BTS, and I don't know if it's the same. Like I've never attended any of those, but I feel like it's not the same.
It's not the same.
And like it's gonna be hard if you're pushing yourself as an artist who sings and dances, because like part of that is just like live performances.
I think as like music consumers and fans, we also get spoiled a lot as far as like range of music. Like we expect everybody to be able to have like every sound, where some people like it's okay, like some people have one sound. I mean it gets repetitive, I guess, if you drop a lot of music such as like DaBaby. He's on everything, so we hear him a lot and we're like, okay,
he's like another banger.
It's like we hear
that ain't DaBaby, that's my baby.
At that point you're kind of like milking the market. It's like
but if you have a guy like Kendrick, it's different. Because Kendrick hasn't changed like hella, but he drops like so infrequently.
He doesn't oversaturate the market with his music, though.
Exactly.
He leaves people waiting.
Yeah.
Like I'm waiting right now. Where's the single?
Okay,
where's the album?
So
the way that we're waiting for Rihanna's album.
How do you guys feel about well, I think she's coming soon, but I was gonna ask, how do you guys feel about Doja Cat? Because like,
oh my God, don't get me started.
A lot of people
Somebody start before me. Someone start before me. Don't get me started.
A lot of people have some mixed feelings. Like she's got some bops, but like.
Okay,
I feel like she's.
Can
like,
we start with, we don't like your music, Russ. We don't like your music. Please tell me y'all seen her do that on her live. Please.
I've only watched
her live. And Russ, I think it was Russell Simmons. Somebody was saying something to her in the live, and she goes, "You know what, Russ? No one likes your music." And another thing, Russ. And like, mind you, she's like coked out, so you see like the thing, like she's
Wait,
like,
wait,
yes, like I was like, oh my God.
Bro, did you see when she did like she did a whole Instagram live and she's wearing like medieval armor?
Yes,
that girl does something.
Yes. Oh my God.
She does drugs.
Honestly, like Doja Cat, I feel like that is what her aesthetic is though, and that's why she went with Doja Cat, because she's like, y'all know what it is. Like, y'all know what I'm on.
She low-key a crackhead. But
does that mean something that I missed? Like, what is that? What is Doja Cat?
So Doja means marijuana. And yeah. So she's saying,
like, I remember when I was listening to her when she was still like down low, and like one of her songs is literally about like popping X, and like it's like a very I do drugs and listen to the song.
Yeah.
I just wonder like how big she would be if Say So did not blow up on TikTok the way that it did. I think that gave her such a huge leverage as well. I mean, I feel like she's,
I feel like that took her off because she was struggling.
I don't know. To me, she kind of reminds me of like who Tinashe was like trying. Like I feel like Tinashe is one of those artists that is overlooked, and I feel like Doja kind of. I don't know. They kind of remind me of each other, like their style and like kind of. I don't know,
like the sassiness in their music.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I kind of feel like.
Please forgive me. Who is that?
Tinashe is a singer. She
was also on a Proactive commercial, like
RCA. RCA screwed her over. She became independent like 2019.
Oh, I feel so bad.
She had label beef too. I think that's why her music was like.
People,
was she talking about people?
Can't stand her. No.
No,
like, she had a lot of people kind of she got in Kardashian drama.
She should have never gotten mixed up with them.
Kendall Jenner took her man.
Or she thought
she was her Ben Simmons. Is that the basketball player? Yeah.
So she got mixed up with a lot of people who don't even know her business, all up in her business and know nothing of it.
But her points are valid though. RCA doesn't know how to make artists, especially black artists. Like they don't
RCA.
It's their crappy.
Oh, the record label?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that was probably mistake one, Miss Tinashe, but we still love you. It's all.
Still love you.
That was mistake one, Miss Tinashe.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
No, I mean, eventually, I think we're gonna have the conversation. Not today, but one day. Everybody's gonna have the convo about TikTok making careers, bro. Because I think it's getting out of hand.
No, for real. Can we talk about this Dixie D'Amelio getting a deal?
Who? Dixie D'Amelio.
The white.
Oh, I don't know anything about TikTok.
Who's that?
Is Dixie D'Amelio the one who was like pro-Trump, even though he's
no, they're not actually Trump supporters. They're not actually.
I have no idea.
I know who you're talking about, Dixie. Like her sister's the one. Her little sister Charlie's the one who popularized. What did she popularize? Not Savage, the other one. Oh, the Renegade. But remember, it was that the black girl who actually created it, but Charlie like stole it and then basically marketed off of that dance, and people thought it was hers, but it wasn't. So her older sister makes music now. It's horrible. She can't sing.
But that's my thing. They're giving everybody recognition. All you gotta do is have a face.
There was this thing going around saying that she was going to be performing at the Grammys, and so she got all this unnecessary hate but it was a lie. But people are like, how does she get it?
Hey yo.
I feel like I have a beef with TikTok as a whole because of what Frankie said. Like,
not beef with TikTok as a whole. Let me tell you what my beef with TikTok is. I want to know, are they getting W-2s? I want to know what's good, because the fact that these people are really making, like, there's really a whole girl named Paige Rollins who made a whole career being Ariana for a living.
I do not like her.
She is very weird to me.
I mean, Ariana didn't even like her. Ariana was like, quit it. And sis said, well, I don't like you anymore.
I feel like people who like, I get it. People say like, what's it called? When you copy someone, it's like a form of flattery. I think it's just creepy.
Like, it's not a form of flattery.
If you're like, she was like acting like or something.
No, she's literally. If I'll show you, I'll have to send you guys a picture.
She dresses up as her, and then she has
her face. It's not like she got like surgery to get her face. Like that's her face. but she just looks too much like her.
She
and
she just went to the best couturier school in her city, and she learned how to do Ari.
Oh no.
She did.
And like
That's
she'll
weird.
you'll find her like in YouTube videos. You'll see like the clickbait title. I introduced my girlfriend to Ariana Grande.
Honestly,
Like,
I seen that video, and I was just like, y'all are so bored. Wow. I was like, the fact that y'all really went through, and she really believed him. It's just like, wait, what? I know Ariana Grande was pissed about that. Like, pissed about that. But honestly, that's so funny that you brought that up. Because I remember that video when she was like, so how do you feel about what Ariana Grande said about you? She was like, well, I don't think I like her anymore. I was like, girl, get a hobby. Like, please.
And like what Ariana couldn't stand the most is the fact that she'll do her Cat Valentine voice as like Ariana Grande. She's not even being the character. She's like being Ariana in real time using the Cat Valentine voice, which Ariana does not have when she's not Cat
literally mixing the two worlds, and it's so weird. It's like,
and Ariana hates it. Queen.
It's just weird.
Oh my God.
I'm actually really happy that she's not going to do that anymore.
Literally, like the TikTokers crack me up because I'll see like videos of them with the paparazzi, and I'm like, nah, y'all pretend it, like they're just over here like, sorry, I can't talk now. Like, I mean, they are soaking that up, and it's at the same like 2 restaurants that the same restaurants.
they gotta pay the price. Like, oh, can I rent the restaurant for a second? Like, you know,
oh my gosh. Yeah,
it's honestly a drug. I mean, they've said clout and fame and all that is a drug. Yeah,
it is. I mean, I feel like Viners didn't even get that attention, and I feel like their content was way more like original.
I miss Vine so much.
I miss Vine.
And they only had 7 seconds with that to make you laugh.
They're getting ready to release a new Facebook very soon.
A new Facebook. For
Facebook is always just trying shit. They're
getting ready to redo it. I don't know what they're getting ready to do, but
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, like
I heard they're coming out with something new. I'm
excited.
Really?
Now on Twitter, you can have Facebook.
Snapchat is trying to get with the trend because this came out like a couple months ago, but they came out with that option where you can put text whenever you want, just like similar to TikTok on Snapchat. So I feel like every app is trying to get with the trends right now.
I was gonna say every app is like the same. Like they copy so much, it's so annoying. Like Twitter came out with like the janky
stories.
Clubhouse.
I mean, let's be honest. All Twitter is Vine that grew up and became an adult. Like,
can we talk about Clubhouse?
And I like Twitter.
To me, it's like it's like a Zoom, right? Like, but with famous people.
With audio.
Right?
Audio, yeah.
Audio, please.
It's just a Zoom call with famous people, right? Connections.
Yeah, I know a lot of people.
There's less famous people now.
Yeah, it's funny how I know a lot of people who are on Clubhouse, and I've debated going on that application, just thinking it might help me with my platforms, but I don't know the first thing about Clubhouse or how to market that. So I don't know how to really get into it.
It's like invite only, I think. So
I can invite you. I got you.
Oh, it's see, that's bougie. I need to know somebody.
I already invited you, I think.
I mean, it's like, so everybody's it's in beta mode or whatever. So
y'all make me think I gotta get dressed. Like this is a club.
Nobody's gonna see you. This like
you can't see anybody except for their profile picture.
And it's like you go into certain rooms. They have silent engagement.
Y'all gonna know it's me in there too, because all you're gonna hear me go is how's everyone doing?
They got music industry. They got ones for like music industry executives where they like
go on optimist, Sagittarius, but I'm an optimist, and they're gonna be like Nikki. They're gonna be like Nikki, and be like, leave me alone. I'm gonna go leave me alone. Let me stop.
Oh my God.
I can't imitate her voice.
Wait, but like, speaking of apps, did y'all hear that Netflix is cracking down on people?
Yeah, I saw that.
Who are borrowing
I said that.
Wait, what? What?
Netflix is
sharing.
Yeah, they want you to have your own account. Like, there's gonna be a message if they see that you're like sharing passwords. There's gonna be like a message.
How are
saying,
they
like,
gonna know if
you
you're
need
sharing
to have your own
passwords?
account.
How
I
you
have
gonna
no.
manage that?
They can see like the people on the IP addresses for people.
But what if
on
my
certain
cousin
accounts,
lives
like,
over
you know.
there and he also pays for the Netflix? What if he sends me Venmo every month?
Okay, so I guess we're gonna
got
boycott
too
Netflix.
much.
So
Well, first of
People
all,
are
if
like,
he's sending
you
you
know-
Venmo every month, then he can get all the special premiums on Hulu. You don't need that. You can move up.
or go to Soap Today, free.
HBO Max is killing them anyway. Now that they're doing the same day
Oh, I have
theater
Oh,
releases.
Static
Yeah,
Shock.
they
They
are.
have
Oh,
Static
please,
Shock.
let's stop for a moment and let's honor the resurrection of Disney Plus. They're doing what needs to be done.
Are they doing
Disney
good?
Plus
Yeah.
is it for me. Their comeback was Mulan, Black is King.
Okay, Mulan wasn't that good though.
I didn't watch
I'm gonna
it,
just
so-
say that right now. It's not that good.
Didn't they not have songs in it, or did they?
You're talking
Did they
about
not
you're
sing?
talking about the live action, Alex?
Yeah, the live action Mulan.
Yeah, they didn't
was-
follow the same story. I heard.
First of all,
I heard there was like problems like in the production, like they were
I
filming
just
where
feel like they.
no, I'm gonna be real with you though, because she's right about that. For true Mulan fans, it was a lot for me. Like I'm a Mulan fan. Like I watched Mulan on repeat thousands of times as a child. Like Mulan is me.
It's just like
Well,
when you're trying to
That's that.
recreate something so iconic, you have to be careful. That's
Yeah,
all.
like
Well, and I
they
know people
they
didn't
added
like
a
the
character.
actress. They
Yeah,
didn't like
they
the
added a
actress
character to the
either.
movie, and then the movie like they changed the story like two ways. And I was like,
Yeah, because they want to make it like more realistic, I guess. But I don't know how like what's it called, an evil empress or whatever the witch was more plausible than a talking dragon. Like they could have CGI'd that, honestly. Like I don't know why. Like
yeah, no, they
decided to
could.
do that.
It just seemed like they were trying to be a little creative, and they got a little carried away.
Until they're making either a real life Princess and the Frog or Moana, I don't want to see any more real life princesses.
I just feel like they
like
tried too hard to like not culturally appropriate, but they
No, because I still need to see the Little Mermaid, Frankie.
Wait, okay, but going back to
at the same time they butchered it.
apparently,
And Ariana Grande needs to play that part too. Like I still want to see a live princess for that, and Ariana Grande needs to be the star.
and
it's
Little
not
Mermaid.
happening.
Yeah, because they're getting
Halle.
ready. Yeah, because they're getting ready to release a live action for Hercules, and Ariana is not Megara, and I'm very offended.
I heard that they didn't actually pick the cast yet. I tried
Good.
Googling it and they said that there was no cast pick for it.
Good.
But going back to like the Little Mermaid,
Good.
For Little Mermaid,
So-
Halle Bailey is
Yeah.
right, or is it Chloe? Halle. Right?
Halle.
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 It's Halle.
But Ursula's supposed to be her aunt. in the movie.
You said what?
Her
Ursula's
aunt in the
supposed
movie?
Yeah, Melissa McCarthy's playing her aunt. So Ursula's
How's an
supposed to
octopus gonna be the aunt of a?
See,
Well, she was
they-
the
Wait,
octopus, right?
Isn't that
Okay.
actually the real part of the Little Mermaid?
No,
Now that I think
no.
about
Diane,
that,
she's a
that's
sea
not-
witch. She's a sea witch.
It's a different script.
Okay,
Wait.
I started to think that. Okay,
Yeah. How is an octopus? Octopus is
Zion,
look, we
she's a
can't
sea
even
witch.
question it because we can't even question that
It's
because
Disney,
how
though.
did Mr. Krabs have Pearl?
Don't talk about my
So
auntie.
we
That's a
can't
great
even
question.
that.
That's a great question.
No, but for real,
Don't talk about my auntie like that.
She's adopted.
Auntie
She's-
Pearl.
First of all, she's a sea witch, okay, and she's doing what needs to be done. That's a sorceress.
I'm still pissed it wasn't freaking like Queen Latifah or Amber Riley.
And like
Or Oprah.
Who's in some Play
Oprah.
One? Oprah.
Yeah, Amber Riley. was in
Doesn't she have to
Play One.
sing?
Amber Riley has a song out called Big Girl Energy that I
Oh, yeah, I
love.
heard it.
I love Amber.
Oh, my big girl energy.
Who's playing Ursula? Or yeah.
Melissa
McCarthy.
Really?
I don't like her.
That's
Wow.
Jenny.
I like her, but I feel like
Cousin.
it doesn't make sense if you gonna make her the same skin tone as like But maybe that's just.
I mean, I'm just saying you can definitely tell Ursula's a black woman.
You know what? That's a lot.
100%.
No, I knew she was a black woman when she did the shimmy into her song. She swam. No, she did. She swam away from Aaron. She was like, I was like, oh, that's it right there. That's it right there. Yup, she's a woman of color because she did what needed to be done. She was like, and her little eels, you know, those are her sons. Like, come on.
Wait, who's playing Prince Eric? Who's playing? I know they wanted it to be Harry Styles.
Harry Styles?
Yeah. That's who they wanted.
Harry Styles?
I don't like Harry Styles. Like, I don't like his music.
Vanessa goes,
I don't.
She goes,
I'm sorry to any Harry Styles.
I was never a big Directioner. I was never a big Directioner.
I don't.
I liked a couple of their songs, but
I forgot about Multiple Direction. I sure did.
I honestly don't like him because I.
Did you just say Multiple Direction?
I sure did forget about Multiple Direction. I missed that. How are they?
Not multiple.
Oh wait. And speaking of Grammys, Zayn was mad about the Grammys as well. He was talking like
why?
I guess because his album was submitted late as well.
Wait,
he had an album.
He had an album.
Yeah. Zayn is the only one who.
Yes, Zayn can sing.
But
I know he can, but I thought
he doesn't get any promotion.
I thought his last album was the one he released like once he left.
Honestly, Zayn is so like underappreciated, and he should have done so much more.
I thought Zayn's last
Pillow Talk was a bop.
He did with Javaya for Aladdin. That's the last song I've ever heard from him. Was the one he did with Javaya for Aladdin. Which great for him because representation, and he sings great on that show.
Look, Zayn, when he hit the scene, it was so bad. Like, I was obsessed. It was so bad. Like, I was like, who is this and where did you find him? And then it hit me. I was like, oh, you were in Multiple Direction. Why did I not notice you?
He asked you to say Multiple Direction because they're broken up now.
They're multiple directions now. They're not in one direction. They're in multiple directions. They took Zayn, put him somewhere. Harry's doing his own damn thing. We love
two of them. Two of them.
With, Alex, you do the same thing with COVID.
What about COVID?
You don't call it pandemic. You call it the pandemonium virus.
Yes, it's the pandemonium and COVID-19.
Oh my lord.
It's COVID-19. Okay, she's foreign. We don't say COVID here.
I really want to see Gigi and Zayn's baby though, because I know that's going to be one.
No, they're going to keep it under wraps for a while. I feel like everyone, like,
you know how it is with celebrity births. Yeah. That baby's been labeled as a baby for about 2 months, and then
a lot of people like feel like their fans feel entitled to that.
Yeah,
I don't know why though.
Scary. Like, I'm like,
I don't get it.
Like, are you gonna babysit?
I just can't. I just can't stand though the people that will go on there and they gotta put the emoji over the face.
Honestly, it's like people don't have no type of etiquette. Like, they feel so entitled as if Selena wasn't a real thing. Like, people are crazy. They're crazy.
Yeah,
like, honestly, like. No, seriously, like watching that story was so heartbreaking for me. That was heartbreaking.
I love that movie.
I love that movie. I love that Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah, because that to me was just a true representation of what happens when you do not heed the warnings of being a public figure. Like, there is no reason why you should be going to somebody hotel, alone. famous, and alone. You're crazy. Like, no. And I just feel bad for her. My auntie worshipped Selena. Like,
I love Selena.
Worshipped the ground she walked on. And honestly, every time I look at Cardi B, I'm low-key reminded of her. Like, a lot.
Really?
A lot. Yeah, I don't know if it's the hair. Every time I see her hair, I'm just like, yeah, you're giving me Selena, like, reincarnated energy. Like,
wait,
yeah.
Speaking of Selena, not that Selena.
And I really feel like God gave us Mariah because of this, because I feel like God understood how we felt Like,
I freaking love Mariah. Queen.
You mean Selena Gomez?
Yeah, how y'all feel about her saying she's thinking about retiring?
no.
That's fine with me.
I feel like okay, good for her. We love to see it.
Yeah.
Next.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel the same. I feel the same
Next,
way.
because why was that relevant to me?
Apparently, there was like tabloids that came out that her friend felt like forced to give an organ to her because like she was only buddy with her like when she gave her the organ, and now that she has the organ, she isn't buddy with her.
I heard that Selena.
So let's get into it. Selena came up to her and was like, "You gonna give me your organs now?"
No,
I heard though.
she wasn't like that.
Apparently, like once Selena got that kidney, I heard apparently she abused that kidney, her new kidney. She was drinking, smoking, doing things, and that's why Homegirl.
I feel like her and Justin Bieber were definitely doing crack because there was like tabloids that they were in the alley and they were like,
she just can't sing. I mean, some people just can't sing, and you have to. And I mean, here's the thing, and here's how you know. She literally gave up the role of Mitchie from Camp Rock because she knew she could not sing. And that's how Demi Lovato got the role. They offered it to Selena Gomez and she was like, no, I'm not a good singer.
I think it's because
she just can't sing.
I think the Disney graduates are like always pushed to sing though.
Yeah,
like,
they are.
Why can't they just act? I feel like she didn't even have to
sing. I think she's a pretty good actor. I mean, I've liked what she's been in. I mean, you know, she...
Okay, so now this the thing with her saying she's gonna retire. Next, let's talk about Kali Uchis, and I'm gonna tell you why.
She just won a
because
Grammy.
Kali Uchis, I really believe she's the future of Spanish music. She is the future. Like when I listen to Kali, I'm literally like, you give me future Spanish energy. I love you. Like, yes. And as of yesterday, she's the fourth number one female Spanish artist in the world.
I like Kali.
And she's ranked 3 times in 4 days. She went from being the 6th to the 4th in 3 days. I'm like, whoever Kali is, this girl is about to like blow up.
I've always liked Kali Uchis, but definitely like her influence with like adding Spanish to her music, like with that song that just started becoming viral, definitely is performing. But in terms of like pushing Spanish music, I thought like if you were gonna ask people who are actually Spanish speaking or listening to that type of music, I feel like Bad Bunny would be a better candidate for that. Like,
yes,
someone like that. There was another guy, but I feel like he's definitely pushing a lot more like in terms of like for Spanish speakers and their culture. He's pushing a lot of norms, and that's why a lot of like rappers, even like for Spanish speaking rappers, are hating on him because he's just doing his thing and it's unique, and they're hating on him and then they're literally copying him like the next week. So
I want to see
know many Spanish.
I want to see Danny Lay and Cardi B do something. Yeah, I want to see her and Cardi B do something really bad, like really bad, and I really want to see Kali Uchis. And Cardi
I
B
also think Becky G is very underrated.
Yeah,
who is that?
Underrated as well.
Do you remember the song Shower that like came out years back? She moved into Spanish music, and now she's really good.
Do you know how I know Becky G? I remember when she first was like a breakout star, and they did an ad on her on Disney Channel.
Becky G.
Like,
oh yeah, she
Becky,
was.
I'm a breakout star, and then that's like that literally lifted her
Radio
up.
Disney.
Yeah, Becky. Yeah, she was like. Yeah, Becky G is really good.
She's
I like her Spanish music.
I see.
Yeah.
She did a song with
beautiful.
Akon that's really good.
Mm-hmm.
She's beautiful.
Yeah.
She's beautiful, and you can definitely tell that she is Spanish.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, she's beautiful. But she's not giving me Kali Uchis energy.
Not you.
This is a different vibe.
The reason why I like Kali Uchis is because, like, initially when you look at her, you would not expect her to sing. You would think she's like a supermodel. But her voice is just very harmonious, and it just screams, I want you to be at peace. But, I mean, we all know I'm her fan, so, I mean, whatever. You all know what it is. I feel like
there's a lot of people who've been underrated. Like I remember when I was listening to Georgia Smith, like back, like I think 3 years ago, I was still listening to Georgia Smith, and now Georgia Smith is like popping off, and I'm like, you guys haven't been known about her? Wait, what? Like, like I remember her when she was writing songs about like how policemen treat Black people in Britain and stuff like that. Like she had a whole song about that.
Oh, you said who do you say?
Georgia Smith.
Georgia, yeah.
I have it in
she
my
did.
phone.
She's great.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but I remember when she first released that, or when she had that, she like made her own like music video in her own like stairwell. It was like "Where Did I Go," and that song was really good too. I just feel like there's a lot of underrated artists that are now just popping up, and I'm like, I'm so happy for them because I still listen.
Like
to
my
their
girl
old-
Kiana Lede. Love her.
Fact.
Kiana. Oh yeah,
Kiana
Kiana is so
Lede.
good.
That's right.
Yeah, Kiana Lede.
Kiana Lede.
Oh my god.
Oh, she's so good.
Lit.
I think Brent's gonna get his flowers soon.
Definitely.
Brent,
It's been a
Brent,
The song he dropped this week for National Women's Day.
That song that
That's
Bruno
a-
Mars just dropped was really good too.
Yes.
Oh,
I like
with
that song.
Anderson .Paak.
with Anderson .Paak, yeah.
How
I'm
do
a
you
big
feel
fan of
about
both
him
of
like
them. Wow.
like basically writing to the Grammys to perform? Some people were like, you should have just let them invite you. Like you didn't have to
Wait,
do all-
Bruno Mars asked the Grammys to.
Yes, he wrote them a
Really?
letter saying that we should be able to perform. Like we really want to perform.
Honestly,
said, yeah,
why don't they
so now
grant
he's-
that to him? Yeah, because
Yeah.
Bruno is a
He is
performer.
performing.
They
He is
did.
performing.
That's blessings.
Bruno is
I think it's
so
because it looks a
talented.
little thirsty, but I mean, if it works, then
It works.
I mean, is it thirst though, or is it just love of music? Because we all know like that Bruno loves to do what he does. Like I remember seeing him in his earlier years before he was huge, and he was singing
When he
behind
was
Rihanna, like just
when he was
like
everybody's
yes.
freaking oh my god, no, with what was it, B.O.B. Nothing on You?
Yes.
Was that with B.O.B.?
Literally, like the dude that's behind everyone's music video, that guy in the back, he's like, hey,
Yes.
like I can really
Like,
sing.
hey,
Like,
we
hey,
on.
yeah, he's like, hey, I'm a groupie. Hey, notice me. I'm like,
I think
I love that. Like, I love
Bruno's
it.
special because Bruno's been able to like. I feel like each of his albums have been so different. Like
Exactly,
they really have the sound is just so different, and every time he just kills it.
I feel like he's so underrated. I honestly really feel like he is embodying Michael Jackson the most, and that needs to be pushed the most. Like, you kind of get that embodiment a little bit from, you know, Prince, rest in peace, of course, Janelle Monáe. But to see Bruno Mars, right, really fully embody that is so amazing. He's so multi-talented. He plays instruments. He dances like a thug. Like, come on, y'all.
My dad loves him. My
Dude's
dad
got moves. Like, walks on air. I'm all for it. Like,
yeah, and he
real.
loves his band. My dad's like, his band is incredible
His
as
band
well.
is-
Like when
his
you
band
have
is
a
always
good
on point.
band, that's like,
In this music,
I really feel like Bruno's that guy that you would see like down the street in what's that place called? New Orleans. Throwing a whole Kiki service in the street. Like
No love.
I see him, like he
No
loves
love.
music and you can see that on him.
yeah.
And I just don't like the fact that, like, you know, I don't know if he got a distribution deal or whatever, but he was kind of here and then he was gone. And I'm like, dang, I like Bruno. Like he can really sing too.
Yeah,
It's been like
you don't.
a 4 or 5 year gap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just don't hear about him until he releases a hit. But like I feel like most of his songs are hits though. He just doesn't
Yeah.
get the coverage.
Honestly, he's like a low-key a platinum bomb, just like Rihanna. Like he dropped a lot of hits, even the hit with Cardi B.
Oh yeah,
and then
I
wake
love
up,
that
and the
song.
Gucci Man.
Yeah,
Gucci Man,
like-
stuff.
He's a low-key like platinum assassin. Like I don't sleep on him because I'm like, anytime Bruno comes out, he's gonna do what needs to be done. The song Just the Way You Are.
Oh,
Platinum.
That one was. I
Platinum.
remember that one.
Who's the person that's saying, I wish I could marry you?
that's
Yeah, it's him.
that was him.
That's
Was that him too?
Yeah.
another platinum, or I think it went platinum. I don't know, but these are all bops, guys. Like they we're familiar with. Like
I grew up on his music. That's the thing.
Yeah.
That was elementary
You can't
school
count
for
on me. Like once.
Oh my god.
yes, like I
Lazy
love
song.
it.
I remember
yeah.
the Lazy song music video being on like the T-Nick top 10.
Yeah.
Like every
Didn't the Lazy song come out like the same time around like Call Me Maybe?
Yeah, I think it was
2011, 2012.
And you know, then again, I have to really remember like a lot of artists have different things going on with them. Like he may not necessarily like that spotlight. You know, I know that I think it was Summer Walker said that she stopped doing live shows because
of her anxiety.
She has anxiety and stuff. And I'm like,
I mean,
she
couldn't finish
them. She couldn't finish shows. People was coming, she was showing up late. A lot of other
you see, you know, that kind of just hits me with reality with a lot of artists that I've seen, you know, of course, rise and fall, because I'm like, you never know if they walked into that and was like, this is too much. Like, this is just too much.
I know, what's another artist that used to like hide their face? Sia?
Yes.
Canceled for that autism thing.
Sia and her.
But
yeah,
she used to have a wig that would cover her face. So she said she did that so she could feel like she wanted
said canceled.
No, but she did though. She did though.
Market.
I mean,
no, she didn't get canceled.
Because
of the movie that she just did.
She didn't get canceled.
Well, not canceled, but like
even though her songs, I mean, her old songs were some bops. But I get it.
Titanium.
Like, and you know she did
Chandelier.
Diamonds. She wrote Diamonds for Rihanna.
Yeah.
Yeah, she also wrote she wrote a lot of songs for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a low-key Pharrell Williams. Like she kind of does what Pharrell Williams does. Where you know, she's kind of in everything.
But Pharrell Williams doesn't portray autistic kids as like
that was really bad.
Yeah.
I didn't even watch it, but I heard about it.
I didn't. I just saw like I mean, Maddie didn't even promote it.
So I don't know what you're talking. I don't know what you're talking about in reference to the autism, but it sounds really bad.
There's this movie that Sia directed about this girl.
It has Kate Hudson, Leslie Odom Jr. And Maddie Ziegler, and the girl's supposed to have autism. I really don't know much about the plot, but I know that Maddie is supposed to, and she filmed that when she was 14. She's like
honestly, since some of these baby names have inspired me to name my child Witch Hazel. And
Hazel's not a bad name.
No, I said Witch Hazel, not Hazel. Witch Hazel.
I love that.
Last name Toner.
Hazel Toner.
Period.
Yeah, and then she got a lot of backlash because she was defending it when people were like, I mean, people were like, look, no, that's not, how autism is portrayed. I mean,
forgive me.
What are you laughing at?
No, because like Sam knows that I do dumb stuff, and like I really would name my son Witch Hazel Toner, and that's something that would happen. I literally just thought of the name matcha because green tea is like my favorite drink. So like matcha, Santiago, I'm all for it. Matcha mantis.
You know what?
You want your child?
That's it.
That's what you want.
Matcha mantis.
Not the matcha mantis.
I'm trying to think. What was I about to say? Oh, okay. What did y'all think about this Meghan Markle interview?
I watched
Oprah.
It.
Yeah.
What a queen.
I haven't gotten the chance to buy it yet. But
so, of course, like everything else that I discover, I learned it through memes. So I didn't know what was taking place.
I saw a meme about, well, not a meme, but like a snippet of it. But the one where she was like, someone from the royal family told her they were concerned about how dark the baby was, and I was like, I need to watch this when I get the time.
Yeah, like
so can someone explain it to me? This because I actually like don't know about
I didn't say like watch the whole interview.
I didn't watch it yet.
Yeah, like I don't even know who Meghan Markle is. Like
okay, so Meghan
Go ahead, Frankie.
She's originally an actress, and then she married Prince Harry from the royal.
Who's a kid?
Yeah.
They have
that girl.
Yeah, the black girl,
her. You know, and obviously she's biracial, and you know she's got a racist daddy, white daddy, and
her family,
you know,
her
mom's a
crazy.
black
her
queen.
letters for money apparently.
Yeah,
like
yeah, exactly.
What?
Well, and
talking
so,
about like, are you ashamed of me? Yes, I am ashamed of you. Like,
yeah, and so like when they got married and stuff, and she moved, you know, to England and stuff, you know, it was rough for her there because of the amount of racism that she had to endure, and you know,
tabloids and stuff.
Yeah, and you know, obviously we know about what happened with Princess Diana, and Prince Harry was very concerned that his wife was going to end up like, you know, Princess Diana. Yeah, you know, and I mean, it got to the point where Meghan was, you know, she was suicidal, and she was just very like, it was horrible for her living in that place because just nobody was willing to help her with anything. And, you know, and then obviously when they had a son together, there was concern. Harry told Oprah, I will never, he was like, I will not go into exactly what was said, but basically there was concern about what the baby would look like. And he wouldn't say who said it.
Yeah, they said it wasn't,
but apparently
like,
it wasn't his grandmother or
like, family, I guess.
Obviously it was probably his brother, because we know he's a dirtbag. And or their father, because you know they're they're both
so
terrible
saddening.
people.
Oh my god.
And so, and I mean, and if you look at the baby, they, you know, so they were really concerned with how the baby was going to.
And like, if you look back on before this interview, like how the tabloids were trying to paint them as like they're the rebels of the royal family.
That was what they were saying. Yeah,
and look at them talking about doing social works, but in reality, they're on vacation. I'm like,
I mean, it was literally Meghan was like the second coming of Princess Di. She was that more like hands-on, going to every, you know, like going to places that people like Prince Harry and them wouldn't go to, you know, honestly, like, where there's diversity and actually, you know, I mean, like Princess Di, I mean, she would be in a field with people like who have like AIDS. Like Princess Di would like physically go there, and that's kind of what Meghan, you know, was doing. And Meghan, you know, she was like saying how nobody taught her how to be like a royal. She had to teach herself. You know, there were no like classes offered for her to learn. She had to learn everything on her own. There was just a lot of chaos that happened there. And the whole thing is, you know, they made it very clear that if all this drama didn't happen, they would have stayed royals. Like she knew that this was something that she was going to commit to for the rest of her life. And it's just, you know, it's sad. And like I said, Prince Harry's brother, Prince William, he's just terrible. And now they're trying to all say that they're not racist. And now they're trying to have like black people, like one black person in their group when they walk to kind of show, oh no, like we're not racist. And, you know, and Prince William's cheated on his wife. There's just a lot of stuff. It's just really tacky.
They're cut off from like their family. They live in California.
But we know that most royalty,
Harry, like Loki took them in, like
right. I mean, we know that most royalty is formed in racism. So I'm not surprised that any of that was happening. It's just very disheartening because, you know, she's being taken out of her element for love, and she wants this. And it's like, for people to not see that and just honor that she loves him, it's like, come on, that sucks. You know, she doesn't know how to be a royal. We're American.
Yeah.
We hardly know how to use a fork.
Yeah, you know, and like, exactly. And like Prince Harry, like, you know, it was such a culture shock for him because he's like, I've never had to endure seeing like someone really experience racism. So, you know, firsthand, because he's always been so enclosed with, you know, all the white people around him. So, I mean, he just was like, look, like, I'm not about to have my wife end up like my mother. And, you know, so he was like, we've got to go for her mental health. So he put, you know, that's some true love right there.
I think it's a little bit of like the rich and privileged like ignorance too, because I mean it's like England. I mean they ruin the world, bro. Like I don't think
Not they ruined the world.
family. Marrying to their royal family was, I don't think it was ever going to have a chance of being a smooth transition.
I feel like racism there is like grade A. It's like organic racism. It's like the original racism because it's like, you know, it kind of stems back from when, I mean,
they're even racist towards their own white people. Like
literally,
like, oh, you're
hence why it's organic racism, grade A.
Like,
concentrate.
I'm looking at them like there's
yeah, no, this is not no cocktail racism. This is concentrate.
Cocktail racism.
This ain't no cocktail. This is concentrate from the tap.
England can keep Piers Morgan as well. We don't want.
We don't want to get into this.
Y'all can have that.
I wanted to get into this.
Y'all can have that.
Okay. So I don't know if y'all know who Piers Morgan is. Or like, it's the host of like
he's a talk show host.
Yeah, and used to be the host of like Britain's Got Talent and America's Got Talent.
So basically, he was mad at Meghan, got a tantrum because he tried to downplay like her mental health, and then like I guess he was mad that she didn't reach out to him or all this other shit, and like
Piers Morgan is upset because he tried to date Meghan and she turned him down for Prince Harry. That was originally where all this hatred came from.
Is this accurate?
Yeah, no, it's accurate. Like he did an interview and he said basically he liked Meghan. He was very interested in Meghan, and she ended up with Prince Harry, and so that is why he's pissed off.
But he basically got challenged by his co-star or whatever, or like co-host or whatever. And so basically he got mad after getting called out and he walked off.
Yeah.
And then there was something like on the talk.
And then Sharon Osbourne defended.
Decided to get real loud and use her little privilege and act ignorant as fuck. And get
Trouble in paradise.
Yes. And be like,
I mean,
how is he racist?
Yeah, it's simply because Piers Morgan is just not attractive, so she didn't.
Well,
if you have a choice, the Prince and like talk show host. Yeah, exactly.
I think at the end of the day, I don't even think she was looking at it as a date. Like, I don't even think it was that. It's the entitlement for me. But Sharon defended him, but then took it back.
No, but
no take back.
Yes.
No take back.
Well, I didn't want to be associated with being racist, and I said like you the one like racist though. Nobody did they call you that? Did they say you're racist?
Yeah.
I think talk about him being like a critic.
Can we talk about that though? Like because it's like a Women's Day podcast. Can we talk about the things that women have to go through sometimes? Like for example A, you take your friend out for drinks and to eat and they think it's a date.
100%.
I mean, if you would like, you know, we would love for you guys to open up about the struggles of wearing a bra and what is that like? Because I mean, I'm being honest. I mean, don't talk about those graphics. I just want to be very knowledgeable of what training bras are like, what regular bras are like. I love being a man. So I need to know what this is like because I've never seen a woman put a bra on. Quite frankly, they look very strange to me. They look like sports gear.
They're very uncomfortable.
They're not comfortable.
This is a different episode.
They're not comfortable.
No, that's why there's that whole.
But you get them in different designs and fashions.
Yeah.
They have different designs.
We do that for us though.
I'm not playing with y'all women today. Y'all gonna have to really tell me what's good with bras.
No, the thing is, this happens a lot to any fashion garment in the industry, but like sizing is it's basically useless. Like you don't know if it'll fit unless you try it on. Because a medium in one size could be a large in another size, or small in another size, or some brands have a one size fits all, but it only fits anywhere from extra small to medium. Not talking about you, Brandy. Maybe I am, but
not Brandy Melvin.
Yeah. And they make it seem like, we're so inclusive. No, you're not. And it's so
a lot of hate
that you're talking about bras, because I actually saw like a TikTok today about like this I don't know what his background was, but he was just saying how like he was doing a narrative of two people talking, like the two people who made bras, and he was like, I have this great idea. How about we make bra sizes based on under the bust and the distance from under the bust to over the bust? And they're like, oh, so you're gonna make sure it based on distance and not the volume of somebody's boobs? And he was like, yeah, that way, you know, a 34C is also a 32D. And like it just doesn't make sense to me.
It sounds like a lot of math.
and that's not really my strong suit. So
yeah. I feel like Frankie understands me because like, you know, but it's like one of those things where like when it was being made, I guess it wasn't really looked at in that way. Like comfort isn't really something that was looked at, which is why I really commend Riri for creating Savage, like Fenty.
I was just about to ask you.
You're so funny, as if as if she's even wearing bras. You're so funny.
Yeah.
That's so really cute to me. Like, because you know she came to them Grammys nipples out. Like, why?
Nah, you not wrong.
Like, y'all know she's titty friendly. She don't care at all. She like, you want to see my nipples? When and where? Like, we know for a fact that the next album is gonna be her just chest. Like just
didn't she do that for
like literally it's gonna be, you're not gonna see her face or her lower body, you're just gonna see her chest.
Didn't she wear that one dress where it's like see-through and then all diamonds, and then she wore like a hat that looked like a swimmer's cap with all
that's the outfit I'm talking about.
Such a look. Yeah, that was such a look.
I call that the nipple sequin outfit because it was just a lot of sequins and diamonds and Swarovski crystals, but also a lot of nipples as well.
Yeah.
It was quite an event.
But it's
an eye catcher.
It's good to see people like getting more out of the bubble. Sometimes it's jarring because like I've like in regards to like freeing the nipple or wearing garments without a bra. Like it's kind of jarring sometimes because I do see people who do that, and then I'll see people who like look at them a certain way, and I'm like, just let them live their life. Like they have it covered, and like I've seen people are like, you're so indecent, cover up. And the girl's just like wearing a crop top, like no bra, but she's wearing a crop top, and like, you know, her boobs aren't even that big to be like protruding out or anything like that. Like, and she's grown, so like I don't understand why people can't let her, you know, do her thing.
Like, I mean, like as a woman, it's very complicated because it's just like we can never do anything right. We can never do anything right. And it's just like we always have to change ourselves, and then when we do change ourselves, then there's still not the satisfaction, and then we're blame for things is still being put on us, and you know, it's very complicated.
What doesn't help is that I do appreciate people who like have different like views than me. Like if you feel like, you know, showing off is like indecent or whatever, I'll respect that. Like that's your religion or your beliefs or whatever, I'll respect it. But if your belief is that due to some internalized misogyny, then no, I am not going to respect that, because if I want my tits out, I will have them out, you know. And like, you're not gonna tell me like you're my mother.
Yeah, see, this is what I love. See, y'all need to be on like The View. Like The View. Like The View.
Oh my god!
If y'all wanna do a spin-off podcast, it's just y'all, you know, I'll produce it.
Yeah, like start a new view called The Sight or The Vision. And be that. And do that. And let it be like a view for women of color. Boom.
I got you. I'll produce. I got you.
Hey, look, I be saying stuff. People run with it. So I will not be surprised if 7 years from now y'all are like #1, The Sight, colored women. I will not be surprised. I'll be like, and I'll be sitting in the audience like
the podcast, literally. Oh
I can see Vanessa now, and everyone gets a car. You get a car. You get a car. I'm like, let me stop.
Not Oprah.
You know what I miss though, guys? I miss Ellen. Bad.
I feel like she just hurt herself, you know.
Honestly, I'm not for those reasons, because I know she had a couple like racism allegations, but I just miss her
she's
show.
also mean.
I heard. Yeah.
She is?
I've heard.
Yeah, like
I've gone back and
heard
watched
that
a couple of things.
I heard that everything on her show is like manufactured, like her being kind or funny or whatever. It's all
Wow.
a character she's acting.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
There's
like,
a lot of people
wow.
who have come forward and
about
said
her
how
being
horrible
like
she
a
really
really
is.
terrible boss, being a mean boss, calling them names, asking them
Being
to
mean
do
to
things out of their
guests,
job
like-
description.
Yeah,
It's
like
crazy.
unless you're probably a really
gaslighting
big
guests as
guest.
well.
Yeah, if you're not a really big, because what did she do?
You did Jessica Simpson.
She did something with, I think, Mariah. Like, I think she tried to push Mariah when it came to her being pregnant. What did she said something about.
Well, she did the same thing to what's it called, Kylie Jenner, when she had Stormy. And what's it called? And I don't know, you guys probably don't remember this, but there was like this Chinese prodigy. He's like 8 years old, and he like literally shreds a ukulele. Like he plays like metal on the ukulele. And like when he had to talk to her, he needed a translator, and like she was giving the translator, who was like a 12-year-old child, a hard time. Like, who does that? Like, even for humor. Like,
Oh yeah.
I'm like, that does not look good
Yeah.
for you, Ms. Ma'am.
It was like, so Mariah was on the Ellen show, and basically Ellen outed Mariah's pregnancy. When Mariah hadn't said anything, and then after that, Mariah had a miscarriage.
Oh wow! So pretty much, Ellen put a curse on her, and being messy as she is. Oh, Jesus Christ, Lord of my life! I don't know how to feel about this.
I heard like she was like, this was like years ago though. Like tabloids came out, and her wife came out, and her wife was like, "Oh yeah, she mistreats me in the relationship or whatever." Like. It's nothing new. It's not old.
Who, Ellen?
She was also chilling like with the Bush family at a.
I feel like Ellen needs to do what Wendy Williams did for herself and drop a documentary. Okay, so Wendy Williams' documentary was actually like really good.
Did you really
like,
just say,
watched it yet?
Did you really just say Wendy Williams and the word drop in the same sentence?
Drop.
Hey yo, Vanessa. Yo, you're right. Yo, you are wild.
Wait, what?
She goes, "Did you dare to do that together in my presence?" I'm so sorry, Vanessa. So when Wendy Williams released her documentary, because we can't say dropped, she released her documentary.
Dropped on live TV.
Honestly,
I get it now.
I'm sorry.
That was the joke. Sorry.
Look, Wendy Williams' documentary is honestly like a blessing, because everyone kind of already has this mindset about her that she's very messy and very drama filled, and she is, but we know that there's more to her than that. And honestly, seeing that documentary really honestly made me kind of like look at her differently, and I'm like, I kind of get why you're like this now.
Yeah.
Because you have been screwed like too many times for words.
Taken advantage of on multiple.
Yeah, like, and I don't want to kind of like blast her right now, but anyone that goes through a miscarriage more than 3 times needs to be comforted. Like, they need to be consoled. They need therapy for that. Like, that's not something that anyone can just get over. And on top of that, she has miscarriages while being cheated on in a relationship she's been in for 23 years. It's like, there is a lot of trauma that I feel like she did not address until she released this. And I was just very blessed about that, because I was like, whether or not people receive it, at least there are a handful of us that, like, of course, are human. And we look and we're like, we know why now you're like this. And you're not like this just because you want to be. You're low-key really hurt, and you're really damaged. And you do a show damaged, not realizing that everyone just thinks that you're a drama starter, but you're not a drama starter. You're just a little girl that is still really hurt. Like, I don't know. It hit me in waves. Like, I honestly, watching that, I was like, this is really like a lot for me.
Are you talking about the Lifetime movie?
Yes.
Yes, because we talked about this.
I still haven't seen it yet.
It was good, actually.
And I don't know why I thought Jade Nova was the actor or the actress. Was it Jade Nova?
No, it was this girl who's from the Oval.
Oh, okay, whatever.
It's a crappy.
But that was really
Tyler Perry.
like I didn't even know about the documentary until like my mom brought it up to me, and I was like, you know what, I got some time. Let me watch this real quick, and it really did bless me. Like I was like, I like you, Wendy. You're going through a lot, and evidently you're growing, and you're not perfect, and you're still trying to function through all of these hurts that no one knows about. Like they think that you're just attacking people because you like to do it. You're low-key attacking people because the one person who hurt you the most is kind of like just out. Like it's a lot. If y'all have not seen it, watch it. Give Wendy some promo time. Watch Wendy's stuff. It's good. And quote, she didn't drop it. She released it. That's it. I'm done.
I felt bad for her though when that happened to her, when she overheated and she just dropped on live television. Like that definitely was embarrassing, and like she took a hit with that because a lot of people were like making memes out of her,
and no one understood that she's going to work.
Those memes.
Yeah, like, and no one understood that she's going to work. That happened the day after she finds out that her husband is cheating on her again in her 22-year marriage.
She probably why she like overheated because she just had so many things going on in her life right now, and then
she said it in the documentary. She was saying like it was just honestly too much for her like to deal with, and her body just overreacted. And to be honest, like it makes perfect sense. You're a celebrity, you're being looked at by millions of people while dealing with an affair that no one knows about. It's a lot of pressure. It's anxiety, of course, out the ass. And that's why I respect Wendy now. Like, I really hope I meet her one day and just tell her, like, look, don't ever come for me, but I respect you.
Just make sure you wear some nice shoes when you go to see her.
Yes, because I know she comes for you if your shoes are not on point. She's not the one. Don't come to her in Skechers or nothing like that. You better come Louis Vuitton ready. Red bottom ready. You better be ready for Wendy because she's going to look and go,
I know, shoe cam.
She's going to go, what are those?
Oh my God.
What are those?
Damn, Daniel, back at it again with the white vans.
Please stop before I run away from this camera.
Oh my
Please
gosh.
stop.
Sam, is that a new tattoo? I just noticed. You have like rap on it.
Yes. Sam's tattoo.
Give us some background.
Okay. Give us some more airtime about that.
Okay. So the rose and clock means everlasting love. High key, I found that out after I got it. That's a little tidbit. Normally when I'm getting tattoos, I think about like significant things to me. So I have a couple ones that I'm like planning on getting as well. Label logo, a quote, and then another one, perspective one on my rotation. So summer, you know, you gonna be in the gallery.
Did we hear label logo?
Label logo, yo.
Are you and Zion gonna get the label tattoo?
Yeah, we've been talking about that.
I'm going to hold his hand.
I actually figured.
Wait, what?
Oh, that's so cute.
What you said?
No, yeah, we were supposed to. Wait, what?
No,
sorry, no.
No, we were saying we were planning on getting the label logo tattoo. I'm trying to figure out like where.
Maybe I'll go.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was trying to convince Frankie to go.
Hold their hands. They're the wuss. You're gonna be the strong woman for them.
See, I feel like I have a high pain tolerance when it comes to like.
Yeah, I don't feel like it
just stings for a little bit. Like it's over.
Okay, so I saw this.
Does it just feel like when you're getting a shot?
It's like getting pricks, kind of
like pricks, but it's like stinging
over and over and over
again. Yeah.
It's like a cat scratch.
Yeah.
What were you about to say, Frankie? I'm not Frankie. Nessa.
Oh, I was looking at the list of topics and I was like, oh, Kirk Franklin and.
Oh yeah.
I have no idea about it, so tell me.
I didn't even watch the video. Yeah.
Okay. Alexander, did you hear about this with the Kirk Franklin, his son?
So I'm happy that you asked me about this because I just feel I'm honestly just, of course, offended at the world because I'm like, y'all are really just kind of uneducated about what this is. Like, Kirk Franklin did not do anything wrong, and I don't feel like he did anything wrong because he's a parent. There's a video.
What's the backstory?
So there's a video that is circulating of Kirk Franklin pretty much cussing out his son. But in the way that he did it, it was really in a correction of something that his son was doing, where he pretty much told him, like, look, you're going to fix your act or you're going to get a foot up your ass. Period. Now, what people don't understand is this is not exemplified. This is not exempt if you're Christian or not Christian. I feel like people are putting this Jesus stature on him, because you're a praise leader and you're a worship minister, that you're not supposed to cuss. It's like, first of all, I'm a righteous man and I cuss. It's like, you don't understand that words are just words, and that does not determine his salvation, nor does it determine his standpoint in righteousness. I really feel like y'all were just being nosy in his business and watching him being a parent. It's like he's being a parent.
And probably half of y'all, your parents say the same thing to you.
It's like literally all of this is honestly unnecessary. It's like everyone's like, oh my God, he's cussing. It's like, yeah, he's having sex too. And he's drinking alcohol too.
That's not the wine.
And I'm pretty sure he's eating on his wife too.
What did his son do? Like, I'm confused.
I don't think we got the backstory on that, but I think it's important to clarify too that like his son is like grown, because his son is the one that posted.
A whole man.
His son's a whole man.
Yeah.
Not like he's like a 5-year-old.
Yeah, so pretty much they just recorded an adult conversation between two men. Like, that's all it is.
Kirk released like an apology video and was like, yeah, we've had this tense relationship for years or whatever. And
which I also felt was unnecessary, because I'm like, I literally was like, Frank, what are you doing, bro? You are a human being, and whether or not you're in church or not in church, you are having a human experience. And I feel like anybody putting you on this pedestal because you are a Christian,
and you are
is ridiculous.
I mean, hey, I love Jesus, but I kiss a little too. Like,
I love Jesus as well, and I just had some wine about 2 minutes ago. I mean, it is what it is. Like, and I mean, people don't understand, and that's my problem with society. Like, I feel like people have taken Christianity and they put it in the same bubble as Jesus, and I'm like, no, that was Jesus' job. He was supposed to be perfect. We're supposed to be people. Let us just be people. And let me be the best person I can be as I pour my next wine. Exactly. Like, I'm not about to be stressed.
Oh my God! Thank you for that. That's
because I just don't like to be stressed and bothered. Like,
I literally had an ex, and my ex like became super like crazy religious to the point where he told me he wanted me to repent or else I was going to hell because I had earrings.
Ew.
Like, you know.
This is what you should have said. You should have said your cotton and your silk offends me as well. How dare you?
Is this one of your Hartford County boys?
The Hartford County.
You should have been like this. Your breath smells like shrimp.
Like this?
Sinner.
And the tea is he used to have his ears pierced.
You should have gone, where's your tithes and offerings, bruh?
Yeah.
Sinner.
I feel like, again, because it's a conversation between like two people that stays
it should have been private. That's what I think.
Isn't that way? So did he know he was recording him? Because he could sue his son.
And
but
like,
on the phone.
I don't think a gospel singer or whoever, like, if that's the image he presented for people, and hopefully that's who he is behind closed doors.
But that's the thing, he didn't present nothing. He just living his life. People nosy.
I mean, I was gonna say, like, just like, regardless of that image, if you don't disrespect your parents aren't gonna disrespect you. Like, just, I don't know. I just feel like you guys know that saying when like parents are like, I brought you into this world and I can
take you out.
Yeah. And then this is me, then do it.
But they can still take you out, man.
Then do it.
They're wrong.
They're not wrong.
Look, my mama told me that. She's like, you don't pay any bills. You don't own this house. You can help me out. I said, if I don't do anything, then you clean. You cook.
Stop, that's like those TikToks.
Yes.
It's like a TikTok.
I live for those TikToks. I live for them because literally they're me. They're me. Like I embody those. Just so y'all know, on my TikTok, that's all I'm doing. Like straight videos like that, where someone's like, "Oh, Alex, I really don't think you can sing." Then why did you buy my album?
Why are you doing this?
Why are you watching me?
I remember that one. There's another one similar to that where it's like, do you have McDonald's money? Where's that money my grandma gave me for birthday?
Stop.
Or did y'all see mine? You got McDonald's money? What if I do? And what if I do?
I love those
I'm not buying
videos.
anything for you. I didn't ask because I was feeding you. I asked because I'm feeding myself. Hungry? Got milk?
It's the neck roll for me.
Bored? Broke much? Need a job? Got a credit card? I can keep this going. Let me.
Debit?
You got Cash App? Venmo?
I mean, at the end of the day, Kirk Franklin's music still slaps.
No, at the end of the day, Kirk Franklin is still the king of praise. He's the king of praise music.
Make me clap my hands and
smile.
Oh God, every Sunday morning on the way to church.
Look, Kirk Franklin has revolutionized gospel music. So for people to get mad that he dropped an F-bomb or two, please stop.
Like y'all drop it in church.
Please stop. Where was the uprising about his past? Because we all know where he came from. It's like a lot of people are just really irritating to me. It's like,
yeah, people are just finding reasons to cancel just to cancel. Like,
yeah, cancel culture is honestly just ridiculous. I feel like cancel culture is just another word for being accountable. But I feel like it's really just like abuse where people are like, oh my God, he sneezed on her. Yeah, she has a cold.
I think that's interesting. They don't even be canceling the right people.
Yeah, I heard like apparently Gen Z's canceling Eminem.
Is that so?
How can they do that? How can they do that?
I wanted to cancel Gen Z for calling what's it called yoga pants flare.
Can we just cancel Gen Z? Like everyone from Gen Z just
wait. Aren't we Gen Z?
I'm not Gen Z.
Yeah, Alex is in Gen Z. When's
Gen Z started like 98.
Wait, are you 9?
I'm not Gen Z. So.
I'm from the city of Atlantis. I don't know about y'all. Look, Gen Z is Gen Z. I'm an Atlantean.
Okay, but anywho, I'm not like these other ones.
Yeah,
I'm a rare
Gen
breed, so we're
Look, I feel
it's
like
the young Gen Z. We're the old Gen Z.
Yeah, I feel like up until like 2002, maybe 2003, we cool. But after like 2002, 2003,
yeah, the young kids are a little weird.
Y'all weird.
They were trying to eat Tide Pods a couple years ago, weren't they?
Yeah, I ain't forgetting.
That's true. No, Vanessa was on that. Yeah, no, that's very true. That's very true. I'm crying.
Get that way from
for a challenge.
Or what's
the
it called?
what?
Cinnamon challenge?
The parkour.
Cinnamon challenge. I ain't forget that either. Coughing up your lungs.
Yeah. What's it called? There's a whole bunch of challenges.
I don't even know. It's too many.
Y'all were just licking ice cream in the store.
Yeah, last summer. I forgot.
What's it called? Even Ariana Grande didn't that. She like licked a donut and then put it back.
Yeah,
didn't she do
was that Ariana Grande?
Mm.
Yeah.
You're nasty.
Alex looks so done.
I thought he was frozen for a hot second.
Oh,
I thought he was frozen too.
Wow. I'm so sorry. Y'all really just experienced a legitimate daydream. I was like, really.
That's so Raven Vision.
I was in something. No, to be honest with you, like I got this new toner that is just great. And it's made with rosehip oil. And I was looking at it and I had a daydream about like music videos with lots of roses like everywhere. And then I heard laughter and I looked back and realized I was being spoken to. So There's a lot that I just went through in like 2 minutes. I'm so sorry. But this is something I do. So like, you know.
So tell us about any new nostalgia or records news, any new N.N.R releases,
So
drops,
I love how I
tickets
feel like
highlight.
these last couple our last couple guests they flipped the interview onto us. So
I know. We love it.
Because like there'll be these awkward silences and I'm like, I'm done talking about me.
right.
Let's talk about y'all, my hosts.
So
like so my sponsors today.
So we have the Jungle Deluxe dropping in 2 weeks from artists formerly known as XYO, going by Tokyo Ya. We have a mixtape by one of our other artists. I'm not gonna reveal the name, dropping
we're doing the name dropping this
the 9th.
Is it like new artists or like one of you guys is like already
new artists? You got 2 new artists.
New artists, yeah.
Okay. New artists.
What else? We have some stuff in the summer, another project.
Some
Alex,
coming out.
Alexander has some stuff.
I have a song coming out on the 17th.
He has a song coming out on the 17th.
Yeah. I hope your mindset's right.
Get your mindset.
Sure.
No, imagine, imagine if all my shows were like this, and I'm like, I mean, like darkness, like.
Hello, darkness, Miles.
Hey.
Oh my god.
We have a N.N.R compilation dropping sometime like by the end of the year, like the artists. There's a joint EP by somebody. I don't know who those.
I'm gonna let y'all know something right now. I haven't sent it to you yet, Frankie, but I have a song that I just finished a few days ago that I'm speaking over this song. I really believe this is gonna happen for this song. This song's going to be. Is it the song
you sent to me today?
Yes.
I'm not gonna say nothing about it. I'm not gonna say nothing.
Is it heavy?
Ooh, talking too much, Sam. You talking too much.
They don't know. I'm gonna edit it out.
Just know that I have 2 singles that I know for a fact are going to be platinum. I know this for a fact because before, and this is what's really crazy. And like, I had somebody prophesy to me years ago and was like, you're getting ready to shift into a season where you're going to write music like constantly, and you're going to be doing it like left and right. And when this happens, you need to write everything down. He said, because there's going to be something that you're going to create. He said, there's one thing that's going to make you a billionaire. And I was like, I receive it. This was 4 years ago. I didn't think I could even sing 4 years ago like that. So now 4 years later, I finally think I have that thing that he said I was going to make, because like every time I listen to it, I just get this very like international platinum energy. And I believe that. So
y'all better promote it when it comes out.
I want y'all to just know, y'all may think I'm crazy, but I really think I'm in possession of a platinum song. And I think I'm about to be global. And that's just me. See, I'm on some Will Kelly energy where I'm speaking it and I expect it. You remember when Will said that, right? Will was like, next time you see me, I'm gonna be huge. I was like, I respect that. I respect that. That's real. But yeah, I have some stuff coming out this summer. I have a single coming out on the 17th. That is Mindset. And I, of course, have a song coming out in May. It's called Heavy Heavy. And that's all I'm going to say.
But something I do want to touch upon as somebody who isn't in the music industry, but has worked closely with people in the music industry and like seen what's gone behind the scenes. It's not just about like manifesting like, yeah, I'm going to get this big or whatever. A lot of hard work comes into it. And like a lot of it is like, you've been paying for what seems to be your time, but it's also other people's time. So you have to pay for, like for people to see you, and like, it just takes a lot of commitment. And a lot of people, I think, tend to overlook that. And I feel like it's kind of like the same way with starting a small business. Like a lot of people want to start one, and like a lot of people fail because they don't plan out like different expenses, like shipping or just expenses in general, like restocking or
I'm happy you're touching on this, because this is something I was just talking to my partner about yesterday.
Yeah.
Where I was like, I really feel like people have kind of missed how this works in business. Like you're not really prepared for it. It's like, this is not a business or an industry that's free. There's so much that goes into it. And I know that you personally, like, expend a lot of money to keep your business afloat. And like when people don't pay and people like chip or people try to scam, that's like a meal. Like I'm missing
That's
now gas or
for a week.
yeah, you know, it's like, and people don't understand. I think they're getting it more. I don't want to say they don't understand, but I think this pandemic has woken people up to, oh shoot, like I really gotta eat. And I know we all looking forward to this little stimmy, but you know, it's good to have money. And that's why I honor you too, Vanessa, because like you really are a businesswoman. I see how like you put your stuff aside. You're like, look, I gotta get this ready for next month. I gotta have this ready. And I'll be in the corner like, I'm your biggest fan. Like I love it. Like, you know, I've kept all your index cards that you mailed. Like because you put index cards and stuff like when you send packages.
Oh yeah, like
I have them stacked. I have them like stacked in my room.
Well, I do have a promotion for like my returning customers. If they collect 10 of them, they get $5 off any.
So what I've been doing is because like, you know that my mom does hair. Yeah. I take your cards and I give them to her when she has clients, and she just gives them to people who like get their hair done.
Aww,
and then she comes back and she's like, did you get any more cards? I'm like, I gotta order something else because we only had 4. But she gave them away.
I'll have to send you more then.
Yes, but I'm putting you out there. So let me know if you need, you know, I got you. Yeah, of course.
And I appreciate I appreciate any sort of interest in my brand, because just that alone is really supporting me. Like a like, a share, a comment, anything, like even telling me that I'm doing a good job or telling me how I should improve, like everything to me is feedback. Like I don't want to sound like ungrateful, but like you don't need to spend money in order to support me, and that's one of the biggest things.
That's I'm so true. Grateful for. Right.
So grateful for this platform where people can support me and not have to spend a dime. Now, like if you guys spend money on me or like buy my products, that is also greatly appreciated, because like that will propel me further. But a lot of the people that I've met through my industry, I guess, or like through my small business, they're basically like my friends. They're like a network and they support me like that. So again, very appreciative of all of you guys.
Oh, of course.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yes, it was nice having more girl power up in here, because sometimes it'd be a little lonely. I love my voice, but sometimes it's lonely. So it was nice having you on.
Like a girl guest on. Yeah, you guys.
Yeah,
we're trying to do more of that. So definitely.
Yeah, you guys should have more girl guests on.
Mm-hmm. I think the rest of the month we definitely should.
Yeah, like
so I don't know what it is, but finding women just seems to be difficult.
No,
I don't know.
Literally no, because
Alex, you can't say that because you're not.
No, Vanessa, you don't understand. It's like we don't know if it's like a curse over this label, but finding women,
we will have
finding women is tough,
and they'll be like, oh
what
yeah,
I'm interested about? Y'all had women.
No. Okay, so this is the thing that we run into a lot when we're scouting for women. A lot of the women are very like, it's not that we don't like this. Yeah. They're headstrong, but they're too headstrong,
or like
to the point where,
or like
yes, and it's like, damn, they're so powerful.
Or
it's
like I'm interested in collab, or yes. But when we DM them or hit them up,
like imagine Vanessa meeting you, but with no control.
Exactly.
Boom.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
It means we know, Vanessa, that you are a master of peace, but anybody that's a master of peace can start a war instantaneously. And this is kind of what we run into with women, where women are like, we love women, of course, but they're not unity driven. Like they're very like, I want to be the star and I am the star, and that's just. I also feel
like they need to trust you guys, and because you guys are just approaching them, like women rely a lot, well, anyone really rely on trust, and like once you trust someone, you're willing to lay down your line for them. But as long as they don't trust you to see their vision through, they're gonna do whatever it takes to have their.
Let me tell you something that I decided that I'm gonna send out Frankie because she's a woman.
I'm sending out.
She can relate to the women. Yes,
Y'all
you can relate to that demographic because I know that I'm gay and I get that, but it ain't the same. Women see me and they're like, "What? You're a teen?" They're literally like you're a teen full of guys.
Jump
Like,
out.
Exactly, and I feel like also at some point we're gonna have to get like more females involved too, like females in N.N.R.
What? What'd you say?
I said I feel like as well, like as we grow the brand, we're gonna have to get more females on deck.
See, and that's the thing, like that I respect about this movement right now, and that's why I'm moving in grace, is that I understand that women feel very independent because they're not supported by a lot of men. Right. And that's kind of like why it's hard right now, because when I approach, of course, women, they see our team, it's a bunch of dudes. We're a lot of guys. Exactly. And they're kind of automatically like, okay, we kind of get what this is going to be. But they need to understand that because they're a woman, we would worship them.
No, literally.
Like,
and the
thing is,
it wasn't supposed to be like that. We didn't try to make it like a whole, like a male dominated.
Right.
Really, right now, I really was trying to look for like a female artist. But
they were looking for a female when they found me.
Chloe on.
I was the closest they could get.
I would love
it is what it is.
Honestly. Chloe needs to get on.
But she has management. She has a manager. Whatever.
I mean, let's be honest. Y'all were looking for a woman and y'all found me, and y'all settled. It is what it is.
No, it is what it is. At that point we weren't looking for it.
No, I know. It's all good. It
was just a bonus. You're sassy.
It's so funny too how like when I signed, I always wanted to just like have brothers because that's always what I wanted growing up. Like I always felt like I was always kind of pushed out because of the whole LGBT thing, and I'm like, that really sucks because like I really am one of the dudes. Like y'all have not chilled with me. Bros? Look, Zion saying y'all have not chilled with me. Y'all have not chilled with me. Y'all not listen. I really turned up. It's not a game. I'm one of the dudes, Vanessa. Vanessa, stop playing me. Vanessa goes, are you really? Like, no, but like, I love my team. Like, honestly, everybody on the label is like a brother to me. And that's why I've gotten into the habit a little bit more of just texting Zion too, because I'm like, I don't even talk to him. Like, I'm like, that's effed up. Like, I feel like
we love a good bromance.
No, because I feel like that the other day, bro, like we was in the chat and like I remember I had sent something to like Sam Lux and somebody else, and like you didn't even know anything about it, and you were just sitting there like, what is going on?
I feel like
I'd be spacing out though.
And that's why I was like, I need to take that initiative because you guys are the co-founders. I'm just an artist and I need to have that respect. So just being sure to include Zion because that's not.
I'll be passing messages on what you.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you sending me the songs. They're dope. So
I definitely want you to hear them, and I know that. Guys, just so y'all know, I am not Drive savvy. I know some of y'all in here use Google Drive. That is not my thing.
That is
at
fine.
all.
You can do WeTransfer.
At all.
WeTransfer.
Yo, last week when we was mastering the song, for the collab thing we're doing, like it took us an hour for me to get stems. I was like,
oh yeah.
I was like, oh, I ended up calling the dude. I'm like, look, bro, just. I don't know what you got to do. Like text
Google
me.
Drive has left the chat.
Do something. Draw a box.
My email, our label email was flooded. I had to delete stuff. I had to get some more storage. That's okay.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Damn, you're famous now.
Yeah, let's congratulate N.N.R for capping 6K. Wow. 6K, yes.
6K. I remember when you guys were like
30.
Yeah.
No, when we met you, we had like I think like 90 something.
Yeah.
Yes, and all of account of their best amazing social media content manager, Frankie and Alexander. We're doing what needs to be done.
Yeah, we've really been trying to like run this thing now.
But we're honestly growing. It's so beautiful to see. Like we're growing and it's happening and it's just
Is this to be discussed?
Definitely.
I don't know if it's discussed, but like, is N.N.R under the same like thing as you, or no?
What do you mean,
Alex? Like,
his
promotions
with his.
I was gonna get signed into that too, and
we'll talk about that. But yes, they are.
Yeah.
Yes, they are. I'm managing. Yes, I'm managing the label, and I'm managing a couple other.
Look at you managing the label.
You look at him managing. Like,
the label was supposed to manage you, and now you're.
I mean, it's a mutual disagreement. You know, it's mutual. I'm giving them my services. They're servicing me.
Just like the mission statement, he brings something and you bring something.
Okay.
I would like to see that.
Yeah, and you know, with these new singles that are coming out in the next few weeks, I want Nostalgia to get all the clout they can get. I love this label so much. I have a really big thing about Black excellence, and whenever I see like people of color walking in excellence, I'm like, I stand with that. I'm all for that. And like seriously, like even with you know, I can mention that even with Frohaze, there's a lot of excellence there, and that's why I started there. You know, because there's a lot of excellence there. And when I walked into Nostalgia, when I walked into Nostalgia, I just got this sense of like, this is the like the Black Versace. Like I feel that. Like I love that.
I feel like that's the brand they were trying to communicate in the beginning, though. Like something that you can definitely resonate with the Nostalgia, but the N.N.R brings in like luxe.
I will know when we have really gotten there when I look on my keychain and I see a solid gold N.N.R emblem like hanging off
that's
my
what we're talking about. We're talking about the pendants, the N.N.R chains. Like
y'all need to get that done.
It's coming.
It's gonna happen. It's definitely gonna happen
up in the summer. So you know,
slowly but surely. And Frankie, you're in Maryland too, right?
Yes.
Y'all know I'm coming out next week. Well, not next week, but like the week after next.
Yeah.
Really?
You are?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to be out there for like a week.
Yeah.
Got some work to do.
Be more
Maryland.
Frankie. She goes, Maryland.
Maryland.
I'm from Maryland.
What's so good about Maryland anyway?
Honestly, it's so diverse.
Let's talk about like the oversaturation of artists in Maryland, though.
We were just talking about this like the last episode.
Yeah, we had that few episodes.
I feel like there's so many people like trying to be artists.
No,
I feel like that's every city, low key. We just don't see it as much because we don't live there. But every city, I'm sure, is like that, or like state.
But we do have like a lot of artists who are popping up from Maryland. I mean, we do. Notably, kind of like I don't know, Rico.
We'll be the first 302 artists from Delaware. Ain't nobody out here, man. No, you don't know how proud I am.
Ain't nobody wants Delaware.
I don't think you'll understand how honored I am that Joe Biden is from this state. Like that made me feel so seen because I was like, we as Delawareans, we don't get attention. Like we are immediately presumed.
You can literally drive through your state in like an hour.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, your state is the closest to mine. Like my part of Maryland, like your state, like it's 30 minutes away.
It's true. And like, that's why I was so adamant to leave because I'm like, there's nothing happening here. But only as of recently, like literally over the last 2 years, has it blown up. It's become diverse. We have a highway now.
Shout out to y'all for not having sales tax.
I mean, we've always had a highway. There's I-95.
No sales tax in Delaware.
Yeah, exactly. No sales tax. But, you know, I'm just happy because now that we're getting
for
more
you guys, when somebody says DMV, do you think the D is Delaware or is the D DC?
Oh, no, the D is definitely DC.
Yeah,
it's definitely
because I had somebody tell me it was Delaware, and I was like,
no, that's
it's
Delmarva.
Never been Delaware.
That's Delmarva. If you want to include Delaware, you do Delmarva.
Okay.
Oh, don't come to the
billing service for the electricity and the heat.
I didn't even know we had that.
And the gas.
From pageants, there were like people who would be like Delmarva. Like they would just represent the whole.
Period.
Yeah.
Damn. It's the hell of the states.
It is what it is. Like it's when people try to tell me, oh, I'm from the hood. And I'm like, what hood? And they're like, Delaware. I'm like, huh?
You talked about this too.
Yeah, I'm like, there's no hood in Delaware. There's only one hood in Delaware, and that's Wilmington.
No, people.
And you didn't live to talk about it. Like, no, our hood in Delaware, that's the unspoken hood. You walk in and you do not walk out. That's how it goes. I don't go to Wilmington for that very reason. My mother raised me. She goes, Alex, after 7, you don't go into Wilmington. I said, why? She goes, because you won't come back out.
Oh.
That's what she told me.
Good God.
Yes, Maria, I'm snitching. You told me that. That's what you told me, Maria. let me stop for my mom coming here and bring my neck. But yeah, no, there's no hood in Delaware. No, not like that. So if you ever hear a hood rapper from Delaware,
just know it's not.
Got you. Good luck,
He
Charlie.
dropped his phone.
let me just push this down real quick. Like, yeah, no, there's no hood rappers in Delaware. Like, that's not a thing. Got some country singers though.
I'm not surprised.
Country singers.
That's right. Yeehaw. Let's do it. Get up. Anyway, it's been a great day, guys. Y'all know I love y'all so much.
Yes. So as we close, what songs have you like everybody been listening to this week? Like your song of the week.
Telepatia.
What is it? Which one?
What?
Telepatia.
Oh, by Cali Uchis.
¿Tú eres de Pelican?
You going a little too fast, sir.
Frankie, that's you.
Oh. I had to re-look. Melt Away by Mariah Carey.
No, not her pulling up the translator.
Wait, what?
She went,
No, I think she was answering the song. Alex was speaking Spanish and Vanessa.
Yeah, no, I was answering the song.
Oh shoot, Frankie! I thought you was in the corner like,
I
thought you was like telepatia.
Cut it out.
No, I thought we were like, I thought it was my turn because it was like, Frankie, that's you. Yeah, my song of the week is "Melt Away" by Mariah Carey.
Okay,
check it out.
What about you, Nessa? Or are you looking right now?
I've listened actually to 2 or 3 songs, but like a hype song I've really been into is "Whole Lot of Money" by Bia. B-I-A.
Oh, I know Bia.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a good hype song, you know, when you're in the car and you're just jamming. And what else? Think John Swai, I think that's how you say his name, is someone I've been listening to a lot. Has a song called Piece by Piece. That one's really good. He's kind of like a rap artist, I guess, kind of like a chill rap. And I really like that song "Hard on Yourself" by Charlie Puth, if you're thinking about like pop music.
Charlie Puth.
So that's like my top 3. Something I really found funny about Charlie Puth was like, yeah, I broke out of the scene with some like really cool family friendly music, but now I'm done with that image. Like I can be myself now that I've built my crowd. That's so funny to me because you know he was doing songs like you know that one song for like
Charlie Puth.
that guy who died in Fast and Furious.
Oh yeah.
I like his last name so much.
See You Again.
See You Again. Yeah. Also. He did that song and then like a couple other like really pop family friendly type of songs, and now he's kind of like, yeah, I'm done with that image. And like when he came out with the like his newer stuff and like all the moms were like, oh, you cuss, and he was just like, yeah, I don't care about keeping up that image anymore. Like I've created my fan base. Like I want to be myself. So that's
the best way to do it. I think mine would probably be "Show You Off" by Brent Faiyaz. I like how he broke out of, I mean, I guess he kind of did it before, but he broke out of like the like just sex R&B and like switched over to like showing off Black women, which was cool for the month and everything. So
I have 2. I'm gonna say "Show You Off" as well as "Intruded" by Justin Sky and Timbaland.
I love this because I haven't heard of any of these songs.
And then also, and then third,
I'm definitely looking this up.
"What's Next" by Drake, because you know
that was good. I like that song.
I like "Wants and Needs" better, but "What's Next" was cool.
Well, yeah, thank you so much again for having me. I just wanted to say that before my laptop dies, but thank you so much for having me. I had a great time talking with you guys, and just thank you for this opportunity to just let me chat with you guys and help me showcase my small business, basically. So yeah, very grateful for you guys and
of course
the friendships I made with y'all and just being here.
Go buy some patches.
Oh,
Nessa
thanks,
patches.
Nessa.
Yeah.
Yes,
Been
Nessa
real.
patches.
It's been real.
Yeah.
Sam.
Nessa's
welcome to
Patches and
Sandwiches.
Thriftiness, where I sell like thrifted products or like secondhand stuff. So
Thrift store
good
queen.
But yeah, thank you so much, you guys, and
Watch
I hope
out,
everybody
Goodwill.
has a good day.
Of course, thank
Did
you
you
for
say
coming on.
watch
You
out,
said it.
Goodwill?
Didn't say anything.
But
Watch out.
yeah, thank you. Bye.
Well, peace out, guys.
Bye.
Catch us later. Catch us in the
Mantis
next one.
on moves.